on this mirror when they're trying to stave them off, but Mitchell coming in.
You know how I feel.
He's gonna take down Poison. He's gonna make it a 4v4 for Sneak.
You know how I feel.
That maybe not even Valkyrie herself, and she is aware.
It's a new life.
He's not aware that Envy's here, and Envy will pick him up.
And I'm feeling.
Also on 1 HP, I didn't notice that one.
And I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Playday of Talent League Championship Series. I know it's crazy. We're finally here after all these crazy days of, matches and crazy gameplays and stuff. We're finally here in the Championship Series on the second day as well. Obviously, I wasn't there yesterday when it first started, but I am here now. And to be fair, yesterday's game, it was a bit of a whitewash, wasn't it? Soul, who's going to be here, casting with me today. Hi, Soul.
Yes, hello. From what I saw, yes, it was definitely, but I'm sure you're the one that knows most of what happened from yesterday.
Yeah, well, I turned it on at a point, and it was, Brewery Sports kind of destroyed that game. But that's not the game that we're going to be watching here today, of course. This is one of the most highly anticipated games, especially even from our staff. It is qvG Academy facing off against BLUEJAYS YGS background. YGS Esports. I'm not sure actually if that's the correct name. Can I just get a backup from the BLUEJAY Youngster? Sorry, so I thought there was an esports at the end because I'm silly like that. But yeah, qvG Academy. They've been in the league for a while now. You've known them from as qvG and previously as a different name. They're like a long-time veteran and they consistently do well. And BLUEJAYS are just a team that have qualified through like the season open that happened a little bit earlier in the month or last month, and they've just been looking very strong in the minor league, especially, and 7-1, 7-2s, and I know for a fact that Trippin, who is the host of this, is very excited and he wants them to go all the way. I mean, up to you or not,
Yeah, let's get a little love for production in the chat. Always gotta love it. Anyways. Yeah, if we just want to go a little bit more in depth, BLUEJAYS were in the minor. However, they've only drawn once. They literally won every other match they've played in this season. And not to mention, this is their first season in the league. So, big expectations from them going up against qvG, who is just one of the, I'd say probably top 4 teams in the major for sure. So it's going to be a tough task for BLUEJAYS here to go up against this quite of a titan, but I could see it going really any way.
Especially when you look at the audience vote itself, at what the people here have voted, it's 53%, 59%, sorry, to BLUEJAYS and 41 to qvG. So the actual favor is toward these new up-and-comers, BLUEJAYS. There's a lot of hype around them, and I think if we're gonna see it here, either we're gonna see it, they're gonna really show us up, or we're gonna hyping them for nothing and casters curse them like you always do. But hopefully not the latter. Hopefully we will see like a nice fun game that you can usually see maybe the crowning of new champions. Whenever kind of underdog story happens in kind of esports, not even here, especially in T1. If I'm thinking back to like the Raleigh Major in Siege like a few years ago, where Forza, now I think Virtus Pro, made their official appearance, it was just kind of like no one really knew what to expect from them. I'm kind of expecting this kind of same energy from them, where people will just be a bit more scared of them. They're not really sure what's happening, and these guys, these newcomers, will be able to like wipe the floor. But that's just my visual thinking. What do you think, Souls? What do you think is going to happen in this game?
It's tough just because when you think about it, it is a best of 3, so that's a lot of Siege to be played. If we look, qvG did take the mid-season tournament, so they might be a little bit more prepared in terms of how long we're going to be playing, because we might be going to that decider map If we want to take a look at the maps we are going to and what teams chose where to go, qvG is going to Chalet. That's going to be great. That's the lead off. That's what we like to see. Blue Jays Clubhouse. That's an interesting one. That's going to take a lot of team coordination. I want to see what they like to do there. And Coastline for the decider. That's going to be just so spicy. I want to see that game 3. Will we be going there? I'm not 100% sure. But man, I'm so ready for this.
Yeah. Especially. And something to note, but I was kind of surprised when I saw it, was that there's no Oregon, right? And we have some kind of map stats here at the back, and we know that Oregon usually is a map that's played around 25% of the time. So out of like the 66 games you've played, 16 of them in Oregon. So it's very interesting to see like a map that's highly popular, I guess, in the meta right now with these players is not really being picked and being banned out straight away. And even like the map like Villa, I mean, the third most picked map is one of the maps, is just Cafe, which is a second map that we'll be going to after Chalet and Chalet itself. But yeah, I was just a bit curious to see like why Oregon is banned. You know, it's such a open map where most teams just love playing on it.
Well, here at Talent League, we all love Oregon. We all love seeing Oregon. No, we don't. We really don't.
We love Oregon. We love seeing Thatcher not banned.
I just love seeing that the lower odds of maps we're seeing today. I just think, they might have some pocket strats potentially. They, maybe they want to throw the other team off guard. qvG might have something in the plays for Chalet that Blue Jays isn't really prepared for, and vice versa. Blue Jays might have something in Clubhouse that qvG's not prepared for. So, we'll see what kind of strats do decide to come out. But let's meet the teams.
True.
So that way, that way when I'm saying a name during game, you guys know who I'm talking about here. Let's just go through the Blue Jays roster. We got Zarek, Hunter, Neron, Spills, and I'm gonna say Critical. Not sure if those are correct, but that's what I would be reading.
Yeah, hopefully it was Critical.
And then in terms of qvG, we got Serguchi, Citron, Leon, Goody, and F2. And, all good things. I remember I casted a qvG match earlier this season, and it was so tough to say Goody and Googie. It was the most difficult thing ever.
I was going to find the same thing, yeah. Something about, I think almost every game I've worked with has had qvG in some or another. So I was always used to seeing Googie and Goody and the confusion that follows that. I mean, change your name, guys, please. If the casters are asking you, please.
I might just change your name. I might just call him Sir. Sir Googie. that way we don't no confusion.
Yeah, that would help. But yeah, please change your name. We're begging you. We can't cast.
I know.
I mean,
man.
Okay, I mean, we have some of the actual stats here. qvG picked us Chalet. Not picked us Chalet. Picked to go to Chalet. And the previous time they went to Chalet, they won 7-1 against Team 1, which is a good indication. But I do feel like if they want to go against a team that is as highly thought of as Blue Jays, they're probably gonna have to bring a bit more, especially considering that like I said, it's just so much hype around them. I feel like I need to hype them up to make them into that next big team. Because I'm looking at the stats, and Blue Jays, they selected the map Clubhouse, right? And they've also won 7-1 on it in their first. They won 7-2 on it against Lost Souls. They won 7. They've drawn against Team Dara, but it seems to be one of their stronger maps here. It seems as well. I'm just really excited to cast her and watch these games and see what these teams are bringing to the table.
Most definitely. Has Blue Jays played Clubhouse, or I'm sorry, Chalet at all? No.
From the stuff that we can see here, definitely not. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, it is. We don't have all the games, and I know they played a lot of games because they play in the minor league, right?
Yeah.
So they probably have. But...
Score lines, not sure, but
not sure.
Man, I think Chalet's definitely going to be the decider. I do see Clubhouse played for qvG here, and Coastline as well. Oh, this is so map 1's going to be where we see if Blue Jays is going to take this or not, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very exciting match, and it looks like all the players are ready. If I correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, and it does. So yeah, let's get underway in our very first map in this amazing lineup matchups of in between qvG Academy versus Blue Jays. You know, it's a story of a lifetime. I think this is going to be one of the best games in this championship series. I'm kind of afraid to say that because I'm caster curse, but let's just say, you know, I'm sure nothing ever goes wrong when I say anything. But yeah, Chalet, what are you expecting as a ban, Soul?
It's certainly going to be exciting. Let's not hope for a Thatcher, but it's probably going to be a Thatcher, and there he goes.
So we're not talking about the first ban, you know.
Yeah, it's just a ban. You know, we're all expecting the ban. Let's move on.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure when I cast with Lero, we have this rule where if the first ban is Thatcher, we opt to not talk about it just to make it more interesting because it's.
I mean,
so
yeah. At this point, you should be knowing what Thatcher brings to the table. Ooh, an Ash ban. That's very interesting.
Okay. Completely off the blue, yeah. Not expected at all.
As many of you know, the R4C has a nerf, so G36C meta is out to play. Clash ban.
Okay, I mean, interesting bans coming out, right?
Probably just a comfort ban. Clash is annoying to deal with, especially with Thatcher gone. I mean, yeah, you can bring the Kali and Capitao, Sophia to combat her, but she is still annoying to deal with in terms of the defense. And Valkyrie, another, you know, in terms of meta ban, it is here on Chalet. Nomad is still in play, which is fairly interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of ways when you have the Zero in play, but I'm just more curious about this Ashe ban because, especially in the meta that we are in right now, the usually opts that to replace this Ashe is Iana, which usually brings in with her 2 nates as well as the Gon 6, and that usually has replaced Ashe in this kind of meta. So it's very curious to see why they would ban her, especially in the position she is now, unless it was some kind of target ban, right? That's like my thought process. Does that make sense? Like,
it may have been. It may have been. Ashe is one of those entry fraggers anyway, so maybe they just want to feel a bit more comfortable in the fact that possibly they won't be pushing the site as quickly as you know, Blue Jays want to. I saw the Monty. I was getting a little interested in how that would play out, but Maverick 6 picked on. And we're going to first floor to start in this bar area. Not the typical bomb site you want to start on. So qvG is starting on probably their off site here. Bar is a strong, you know, first floor site, but typically we see Master going first.
True. I mean, I would usually assume, I think all the sites in Chalet are pretty decent except for the basement one, which is kind of avenue. And I think the most common form is that bar or master will usually be one of their main sites, with kitchen being a bit of an off site. But like you said, all of these sites are really good in their own right. And Chalet is one of the more balanced maps in those terms, you know, especially when you consider maps like Clubhouse before the just slight tweak that just happened. You know, you have sites like bar on that map, which no one ever goes to, right? And I think Chalet is more balanced in that regard. You'll see a lot more diversity, because even though I mean, I don't think I've seen a basement round in a very long time, but it is still somewhat viable, you know. So
I would say, yeah, with Thatcher gone, it's a little bit more viable. You could bring the Kaid and do it that way. We'll see if it comes out. It probably will, depending on how many rounds qvG do take on this defensive path. As we see, Blue Jays trying to make some sort of presence towards this top master side near the master balcony. Little cheeky repel from Critical here, looking at that fireplace main lobby area. Everyone's just kind of waiting to see who gets the first pick here.
Yeah, just a bunch of guys sitting. No one ready to take that first move just yet, and you can see that someone has actually pushed up into Jacuzzi already. They seem to have already gotten control of this side of the map, and as they start to make their way to the other side where all the utility is based, you can see here that the Buck rotates to help out. The Iana stays over here, starts the joining process as the Thermite opens up the exit Thermite, but no, he doesn't, as F2 with the C4 opens up the kill count for him by getting the kill onto the Thermite. And that's a very important pick, because a Thermite gone, you can't really open that wall anymore. And even though you can with the Maverick, it's not something you really want to do as you have to expose himself. And as you know, Maverick was on that balcony before, so he's gonna have to rotate through the window or go around. And this round has become infinitely harder for Blue Jays.
Yes, the hard breacher is gone, but a reminder that they are bottom floor. They do still have the buck. They do have potential for vertical play still. But yeah, without that thermite, it's going to be a lot more difficult. A minute left in the round. It's a 5v4 still. No refrag from Blue Jays. That Banshee's going to slow the attack down. And they're just trying to make their way into this site. All the defenders are just wasting as much time as possible, falling back to the site. Goody gets down off screen. Finally, the refrag comes in now. It's a 4v4 with 50 seconds left. Another gunfight, and it's a 3v4. Blue Jays up one man, but there's 40 seconds left. What's going to happen?
Yeah, you can see here qvG here is going to go for a flank play. If there's no flank from here, which I'm pretty sure there isn't, he's going to be able to make an impactful play late in the round. And, you know, this round was looking really good for qvG, and then they've just lost next 2 picks without any kind of answer, any refrag potential, and now Blue Jays are back in the driver's seat despite losing the hard reach first. So you can hear qvG, he's pushing out here. He's going to make the play. He's going to get the flank, or are they aware of him? It doesn't seem like anyone's aware of him. He is holding it, but no, actually someone is aware of him. Spills, holds the angle, and suddenly qvG's dead. Frost goes down as well, leaving it all to F2. He got the first kill in this round. Can he get all 5? He just managed to get the second one. He just managed to get the third one. Shots lit up. Zaro, he's very lit, but they're going to be holding him. They know exactly where he is. He's going to have to push up. qvG goes down. 45 seconds left. He has a bit of time to try to get these 3 kills. He goes to the first peak, but doesn't manage to even get the first one. Spills closes it out, and a round that at the start looked a bit shaky for Blue Jays ended up being a solid attack.
Most definitely. Very interesting that qvG decided to go on the late flank there with like 40 seconds left in the round. My thought process is, yeah, you're down man count, but if you just wait, because they have to get the plant down anyway, and they're going to run into you. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if I enjoyed that call at all, but, you know, maybe they want to fix something up because they are going straight back to that bargainer side.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Yep, and it doesn't seem like there's going to be any change in the lineups placed on the side of qvG, or Blue Jays for that matter. So I'm just gonna assume it's going to be more of a tactical change where maybe qvG's not going to go for late flank, or they're going to try to contest top floor a bit more. Not really sure. I guess we'll find out a bit more with round, but they definitely feel like they should have won that first round.
I agree. They wasted a perfect amount of time for the attackers, and I think that late flank call was the Achilles heel for them. They definitely could have potentially won that round, even though it was a 3v5, but then become a 2v5 after qvG tried to get that flank off, and that's where you know, Blue Jays really just took the round in their favor.
Attackers' objective is to locate
So we'll see if Blue Jays do it again.
Yeah, and also you gotta remember, right, that the first pick for qvG came from a C4 underneath the where thermite was reaching, which is not gonna happen again. Like, most likely, he's not gonna be C4ing that again. He's not gonna be in the same spot. Either there's gonna be a drone here, or someone's gonna face check it, or Yana doesn't gonna come. But it's gonna be harder, right? So you're gonna have to get your first pick a different way, which is gonna be a much harder stuff to the round already. But it seems like qvG was getting a bit aggressive on the other side of the map, see if he can get a free pick onto those window repels here, but smartly decides to rotate back onto the stairs where his shield awaits. And yeah, they're going to be playing this pretty standard. Nothing much to say about it.
Yeah, very standard. We saw this last round. I believe Blue Jays are trying to do the same sort of push through that master. Top floor, we hear the Gon 6 go off. I believe Zero's going in. They are. Yana is in already as well towards this piano area. She's going to get some intel. Lots of intel gathering here at the start. And I think that's what happened last round too with Blue Jays. And I believe that's how they won the round. I mean, that late flank and the hole, and that's how the attackers get the first pick. That is so unfortunate for F2. Great stuff from the thermite. He gets his revenge this round. A minute 30 left, and the attackers have the advantage.
Yeah, and that's just going to put a lot of pressure on these defenders upstairs, because they were definitely waiting on that F2 C4 to come from below at the perfect time to try to support his teammates. But now with him dead, they kind of realize they're going to have to be more aggressive here, because Blue Jays have just got a lot of map control really quickly. You know, a minute in, they're where they won, and they still have a lot of time left to try to get control of this top area, because in this you don't need that much time to execute the bomb. You know, you need 15 seconds, so you still have around a minute. But Goody managed to get a refrag with AC4 onto Zarek off the buck, so no soft play. I mean, there's a bit of soft breach, but not enough to make any kind of vertical holds. But he is on quite a low HP himself, and if he peeks up the stairs, I think his head's going to be taken off next. He needs to be taking this gunfight very carefully, and unfortunately for him, Hunter has managed to find him by spills, find Siphon elsewhere, leaving it all onto Googie, actually, as Leon is fallen elsewhere. And, you know, Googie's still upstairs, you know, never count him out. But does he manage to get the first one? He's playing it patiently. Do the attackers know exactly where he's playing? Well, now they do, as he shoots the drone, and now he's going to be playing here. He does manage to get the first play, drops back down. Is he after 5-person playing instead of sight? I'm not sure. Well, now he definitely is as the shots come out. He shoots through the wall, trying to get a few picks. Does he manage to see the Iana? Yes, he does. A bit of missed shots coming out, but Hunter manages to take the gunfight victory in that bit of an awkward engagement, I would say, on the stairs. But another solid attack from Blue Jays, and qvG Academy, they lost the first pick, and they kind of crumbled a little bit after that.
Yeah. Blue Jays are headhunting already. Oh my. I'm glad that qvG is deciding to go somewhere else. They're deciding to go to the other first floor bomb site, kitchen and dining. Oh man, I have to give it up to Blue Jays. They're doing a great job of taking the control they need to win out the first 2 rounds. 2-0 to start. And I can't say enough that they're looking really good so far. Can qvG come back?
Yeah, and especially something
Defenders, protect your bombs from
like
being
you said,
defused
I
by
hope they
attackers.
can pick them up and get their first foothold on
Attackers have
this game.
discovered
But
the
as
location of
just
a
wanted to
bomb.
interrupt you, because I noticed something was that it seems that it seems like qvG is trying to make certain risky plays to try to get tempo of the game, trying to make Blue Jays play in their kind of style at their pace. But every time they've tried to make a special kind of play, it's either been shut down by someone holding the flank, or being shut down before you can even attempt it. Like, for example, F2 died from the drone last round. It seems that they just have the number. They've definitely done their research on how qvG likes to play on these chalet defenses, and how they try to go for these risky kind of flank plays, etc. Because you always have someone holding the flank, or someone who's expecting someone to be there. And yeah, it's not looking good for qvG so far.
Most definitely not. Blue Jays were definitely prepared. Let's, I want to see what kind of strategies their qvG are going to pull out of their pocket. They need a round win. They can't go down 3-0. That's not very advantageous of qvG. That's not the qvG I was expecting in this chalet for sure. So, we'll see. And it looks like Blue Jays really like going towards that top floor master side area. So if qvG can somehow play into that strat and get a couple kills towards that way, it could potentially work out for them. But they are going towards library as well. More of a split push from Blue Jays this time around.
Yeah, and you can especially saw that a bit earlier, where they're holding that drone hole very well, expecting to see some more feet coming out.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just seems to be that Blue Jays just taking this slow, coordinated, trying to make sure every angle is clear. They know the majority of defenders will be playing. They know where the utility is based. They're just going to make sure that there's no one else being crouched in the corner somewhere or being a rat. They're going to take this slow, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're droning it out. They're opening the utility. The wall gets open, but Googie, undroned there, manages to get the first pick onto Zarok there. Zarok completely unaware of Googie, but Googie does get traded up eventually. But that damage is done already. That was not in the pick that you were supposed to give, especially when you've taken this much time to clear it out. And Googie must get the first pick, and there's still one more up here. Citron upstairs. Will he manage to get the pick? No, he does get traded off by Spills, who saw him a bit earlier. And now the man advantage is in the hands of Blue Jays, with almost, they have the full upstairs control, but they don't have the buck anymore. They can't make those vertical holds easily.
No, they cannot. They could use Thermite's second exo charge to get some sort of angle vertically, but it's not the best idea, as Goody gets a pick onto the 0 of Spills. 3v3, 50 seconds left. It looks more of a qvG round this time, as it's a little bit more of a defender-sided round, as there was a little bit of a gunfight going on there. No death, though.
But he's so low in HP, one bullet, and
Very low.
He's probably going to pass into the next realm soon. But I mean, Hunter takes a bit of damage as well. He's using his nades to try to open up some vertical angles here, and you can see he gets a small line of sight. And the castle here, he needs to be a bit careful because if he exposes himself to those angles, that's not going to be good for him. And that's exactly what happens. And it's all down to Hunter being a big impact player this round. Gets the third kill, but with 15 seconds left, you know, the smoke's still alive and Goody's still alive because Havoc. It is gone for this flank upstairs, but he's caught immediately. Hunter, the quad kill. Does he manage to get the ace? There's 7 seconds left on the clock. Blue Jays have to get this diffuser down immediately. The diffuser starts going down. They know where the car. And Hunter managed to get him.
The ace!
The ace from him.
Hey,
yeah,
you called it. We're seeing exciting gameplay so far.
True. My stream lagged a bit there. I was a bit confused at what happened, so my apologies if my momentum was a bit scuffed. But yeah, Blue Jays did get that round pretty convincingly as well. You know, they've looked really solid, and you know, Cholet is an attacker-sided map, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But a full cycle, I would say, a full like cycle past 3 rounds, no initial round wins, which means that qvG are going to need to get a few rounds on the board here, and that's not really a good sign when you lose your first 3 in a row.
Definitely not. You know, a 4-2 scoreline wouldn't look too bad.
Yeah.
That means they need to win out these next 2.
Yeah.
So let's hope that they can do that. Dude, I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked at what we've been seeing from Blue Jays so far in terms of the attack. I'm excited to see what qvG has. I know it's a little bit early, but you know, you spoke on it. It's a little bit attacker-sided so far, so maybe qvG has some sort of momentum when they go to the swap, but they definitely need some rounds, as you spoke on. They're finally, they as in qvG are going to master for once. I think what they said was, you know what, we're annoyed with Blue Jays taking all of this second floor control so easy. You know how we can combat that? We go second floor.
Well, that is true. If the sign is upstairs, it becomes immediately in. It becomes harder for them to take control upstairs. I think Mr. Goody's actually going to go for the spawn vehicle. Zarok and actually pulls it off, and a bit of a risky play there in a time where qvG needed it most. Goody shows up there with the kill, and that's going to be a huge sigh of relief and a bit of pressure relieved on the side of qvG as they can eventually get that first pick onto the soft creature. And Zarok not having the best of hands. I feel like he's the first pick on almost every one of these rounds, but he can still be active in this round as drones and etc. But losing an operator, especially this early on, to a spawn peak, it's not something you want to see.
So smart from qvG. I think they are adapting. They went for the quick first initial pick to get the advantage going into the round, and then now they're just going to wait and gather their own intel and see where the attackers are going to try and attack. And they're just going to wait for the Blue Jays to try and execute onto this bomb site. Beautiful stuff from qvG so far on this defensive round. But there is 2 minutes left, so let's see what Blue Jays try to counteract with here. They might be going for that breaching charge. It is going off, and they do get the wall, so they do have control of that side of the map towards that master balcony and library area on the top floor. F2 off screen gets shot and taken down. Great stuff from Critical. It is now an even man count with 1:35 left.
Oh, a few missed shots coming out there, Titan. He's sitting aside, and Hunter, actually such an important player for the team of Blue Jays so far, managed to pick up another kill on to Leon of the Melusia, and suddenly this round that started off so well as Hunter breaks off another kill with a nice shot onto the Jaeger. Oh my god, Hunter, stop this right now!
My.
You're utterly destroying qvG. You need to stop this right now. Their poor morale. What will they do? Hitting such nice shots. Oh my god.
I really don't know. qvG has you know, some decent potential at the start of the rounds, most rounds actually, and Blue Jays doesn't care at all. They're like, all right, we lost our first guy, that doesn't really matter, let's just do what we know, execute, and get it all done. And we saw another headhunting round, 3 headshots to end it. Beautiful stuff from Blue Jays. You know, I sound like a broken record. I want qvG to do some great stuff, because I would like to, you know, give them some props, but so far, not so good. I think the interesting part was, with that round at least, is they didn't bring the Kaid as you're seeing now. So it was really easy for Blue Jays just to you know, gain that control and easily open that that wall you're seeing getting reinforced right now. So definitely smart to bring the electric denial of Kai to really try and slow down the attackers here. This round, they still do have Maverick, but like you said earlier, it's just going to be a little bit harder for Blue Jays to get that denial off the wall because Maverick's going to be so exposed using his blowtorch to try and open up that wall for Thermite. So it will waste a little bit more time for Blue Jays this round. So maybe that will bode well for qvG. We will see.
I mean, I just think they need to be a bit more aggressive here. They're just playing too passively, letting Hunter just peek and kill all of them. They need to show the aggression they showed at the start of the round where they managed to kill one person. And it's exactly, I think, what Leon here is doing at WTG. He has a C4 ready and waiting for that repel sound and the repel sound check to throw us in. But if I was an attacker, you know, I'm going to throw a drone out there before I, you know, try to repel in. So I'm not sure exactly if he does manage to get that player now. We'll keep a close eye on the top right of the screen. But yeah, I mean, I just think they need to be a bit more aggressive here, you know. When you let a Zarok gets down elsewhere, qvG managed to get the first pick onto Zarok yet again. Zarok first casualty of these rounds. He's just there for the ride, you know.
Most definitely, but I mean, from what we've seen so far, the Blue Jays have proved that they don't really need Zarok.
It's fine. He's just an empty guy. Maybe he's better on the cams, you know.
He might be really good intel. Oh, qvG's hiding like a little sneaky snake.
I don't think they've droned him out. I think the drone's coming in now, and I think they're being very smart about this. They have 2 people downstairs. I think 3? No, they have 2 people here downstairs, Critical and Hunter, and they're gonna try to hunt him down. And
they know the location. But qvG gets the kill.
The drone just a second too late. Hunter just wasn't expecting someone to be there before the drone could come in, and now he just got 2 kills and he's wasted so much time. Critical has to take this gunfight, and does he manage to get the kill? Yes, he does, but the damage has already been done. A minute 30 left, 2 players gone, and one of them was Hunter, you know, one of your star talisman players in the previous rounds. And if this is not a qvG round, I don't know what would be.
I totally agree. qvG wasted so much time there. Basically got 2 kills for his team. And then there's a minute left. You know, they do only have a 1-man advantage, and so far we've seen qvG not really take that into a defensive round win. We finally see Mav getting this wall open. Therm's gonna blow it open. Big hole coming right up for Leon on the other side. Is he ready for the 3 attackers on the other side of this wall? We will see. Critical just expecting someone to try and challenge that door on the master balcony. They know the location of this smoke on the piano side. Interesting to note, he does have 3 of his canisters left with 30 seconds to go, so it would be nice for him to throw those out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him rotate back to the other side to start tossing them long onto default plant spot, but Critical actually pushes in, manages to get the first kill, but gets shaded up almost immediately. It brings it back to a 3v2, and the Thermite does get picked up as well by F2, leaving it all in their hands. Spills, you know, he's been on cleanup duty these past 3 rounds, but can he clean up this round that seems to be almost lost with 10 seconds left? He needs to find 3 kills. All the defenders are scattered across the map. It doesn't seem likely. He's just going to be saving here. He's going to be holding an angle, not trying to engage, because he knows it's going to be a hard round. And the first round, qvG are on the board.
Oh, it took 2 times. Dude, I'm stressed out for qvG. It took so many rounds for them to get the first. They finally strike on that top master hold. Is that the momentum to get the second round here before the side swap?
Hopefully.
They're going basement.
Well,
my.
I mean, we did say it is the least played side, and objectively, I think the worst win rate side for defenders on this. But, you know, if there's any consolation here, it's that I'm pretty sure EUL Pro League match it. That was, I think, yesterday. Navi versus Secret. Navi were up 5-1, and they almost lost the game 7-5. There was a game that was very close, 6-5 towards the end, and almost could have been gone to overtime. So don't count them out just yet, you know. Switching onto the attack can do wonders on this map, apparently, according to different teams. So even if they lose this 1 round, I don't think it's the end of the world here. But, you know, I'm just going to be interested to see how they play this defense on Chalet Basement. You know, it's not often you see it, and setup usually varies from every time. Some people like to have more open setup, some people like to have it close quarters. Usually, what I usually think is the more standard approach to this is to have a 3-4 roam with people shooting drones and trying to rotate back onto side little by little. But I honestly, I don't know. You know, you can see the castle Larry coming out in that kitchen area. I mean, that long hole, that double door. I'm not exactly sure what to call it, but you have to just cut off line of sights. That allows people to rotate from kitchen down freely, because the attacker's gonna have to waste time there. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a heavy roam setup coming out from Blue Jays. I think they're gonna be holding kitchen upstairs and opening the vertical angles to defend downstairs. I think that's exactly what's happening here.
Most definitely. Right when I saw that castle break open that hatch, we know that they're going to play top for a little bit and get these cheeky little angles that we're seeing Leon get the super shorty with. Get some vertical lines of sight just in case Blue Jays opt to go for that big garage push near the trench over wine side. You know, 2 minutes left. What I was really expecting is one of the qvG members to be in library and go for that top floor run out as they get the wall, but it doesn't even look like Blue Jays are even trying to get the wall open yet. They want to get as much map control as possible so far. They don't even care about that wall, really.
I mean, Blue Jays have read this well, you know, they've critical guess the first pick onto the important man of Boogie. You know, they read the whole that you know, qvG Academy trying to do, and they're countering that by going to the top floor where there's almost no utility spend, and they can vertical play the vertical players, you know. They can
they definitely one up. Oh, but the C4!
A kill as well as a down onto Xerox. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be aware of this, but the res does come out on to him, and he's going to be picked up, but he's on a very low 20 HP, and, you know, the vertical play comes up, but you got to be scared, you know, when you're an attacker playing someone with C4, especially on a hard like this. I guess that first worked out in the end, and unfortunately, the buck of Xerox is still alive. Havoc. Won't be surprised to see the members of qvG slowly start to rotate back downstairs as the pressure starts to mount up, I guess, and that's exactly what happens here. You can see at the castle and the mute both decide that they've had enough. I'm sure someone's going to still be upstairs trying to hold it, but no, I think everyone's actually rotated back down the side. Yeah,
smart call from qvG. Minute left, so, you know, Blue Jays are going to have the time to execute, but question is where, and do they have enough intel to get it going as Spills gets the kill onto Leon, brings the man advantage back into the Blue Jays' favor. Interesting to note that the top fragger of Blue Jays Hunter is not here for this round. Xerox on low HP. Too sure from the C4. 30 seconds left. Goody. Trying to find some sort of pick, and F2's finally throwing his smoke canisters at anyone. That's awesome.
Ooh, I think this is the first time he's used them this game.
Yep. And they've gotten both sides of entry from Wine and from Snowmobile. Double kill for Spills. 2v4 situation. 5 seconds left. They have to get the plant down, but they don't even need it as Blue Jays get it on kills through the smoke. Wow.
I wasn't really expecting that, to be honest. I was expecting the way the round was headed with 15 seconds left, I was expecting it to be a more of a bloodbath where the defenders punish the attackers running in, but you can see I think it was F2 on the smoke, just whiffed a few shots there on the zero there, and that usually just cost them a bit because, you know, once you the smoke dies, you know it's a 2v4, and that means you can just waltz onto side and just play on reflags there, and that's exactly what kind of happened there, so it's a bit unfortunate. But I thought that was a solid round defense coming out from qvG. They wasted a lot of time, they rotated the side at the right time. It's unfortunate that the castle got picked up through his own vertical holds a bit later, but they had everything going to it if they just held that one crossfire angle and tried to defend by playing a bit more punishingly and being a bit less. I'm not really sure, but basically all I know is F2 missed a few shots, and that really caused a lot of pain to qvG there.
Most definitely. You know, what I have to say is Blue Jays do a great job once qvG rotates down or, you know, rotates back to the site regardless of what side they're on. Blue Jays just have every rotation cut off, so qvG could not go anywhere without getting shot, which, you know, is great coordination and great teamwork in terms of attack, and that's why they're up 5-1 right now. But we are on the side swap, and you know, I'm really digging this Mira play from Critical. I love bringing Mira for this site. She is so annoying to play against on that little wall. Oh, critical one into the mirror
God.
window in library, and
Attackers are
they
heading
screwed
out
up
to
a
the
little bit.
Ooh. Well, I was gonna compliment Blue Jays on their exceptional teamwork and how they problem solve things really quickly.
Until
It's just
then.
something I noticed. Yeah, until then, you know, I saw that. But yeah, overall, I mean, just wanted to say that, you know,
Drop the bomb
Blue Jays,
diffuser.
whoever their captain is, which I'm not really sure here, I can
Attackers
actually
have
have a look.
recovered their diffuser.
I'm pretty sure it is Zero. But yeah, he's someone. I don't know if he's just calling the shots as a team or as a team they're deciding it, but like they've been able to problem solve and figure out qvG exactly what they're doing and figure out exactly what they're trying to do in a round. I don't see. It's never at never any point do I feel like Blue just don't know what they're doing in a round, if that makes sense. I feel like they're always working towards something, even when they lose members, and they never look like they're gonna not try to do something or make a play. Which I don't know if it's on Zarok, their team captain, or if it's just a team playing together. Yeah, but it seems to be a rush actually from qvG as they all want to decide. Oh my God, there's a bunch of kills everywhere, as you know, a bunch of kills.
Chaos
Come on,
is
that's the
ensuing.
3v3. I mean, I'm already sure exactly what happened. I was taking a sip of my drink and I looked on my screen and suddenly it's a 3v3, and apparently Critical and Zark died, but so did Goody and F2, and now it's not balanced. Hunter manages to get the first kill, but does he get refrag? No, it leaves it onto a 2v3 at Hunter actually almost on full HP anyways. Not really sure exactly what's happening or where these gunfights are going on, but it seems that Hunter is holding a crossfire here with, oh my God, Hunter so low on HP, but Spills does peek out and manage to get the first kill onto, but Neon does happen that, I'm not sure exactly what happens, but I think trades go out in the end, and Castle is alive and no one else is. I was just a bit confused. I wasn't really expecting what happened to happen.
qvG tried to take the aggression into their favor once again, but this time on the attack, and it didn't work out at all. I mean, yes, they got the first couple initial picks, but at the end of it all, it was an even man count, and then
I think it was a 1v1 actually. I'm pretty sure Googie got killed by the nade, or Googie killed someone with the nade. I think he killed the other guy, and I think the person we saw in bar was the last person alive to get the last reflect. So
well, I mean,
I think I don't really know
almost
actually what
worked
happened
out possibly, but
it worked out in the end. Give credit where credit's due. qvG, they attempted to go for a rush play, which they almost worked. I mean, I would say it was kind of a half success where they traded out evenly man-count to 3v3, which I would say usually is a better situation for attackers in that sense. Especially, I'm pretty sure since the mirror was gone, so there's a more C4 and utility gone, while it was more neat just the sledge and maybe the Iana was dead, or maybe the Zero actually. But regardless, they were looking in a good situation there, and then I think they were just not in a good position. I think a lot of them were just in that one small closet or on those stairs, and didn't really have an avenue to attack the side after that because they were just expecting the rush to work or fail, not kind of just stuck in a between limbo place where it's even man count now. But I mean, qvG Academy, it's 1-6, so they have to win 5 in a row if they want to take this map to overtime. And you know, you gotta remember, this was qvG's map pick, Chalet. qvG picked Chalet. They were feeling confident. This was their map, and they've kind of been dismantled here, honestly, if I were to say. I mean, not to judge on that one attacking round because it was rush, but on the defensive half especially, they just haven't had a foothold in this game except for that one round where it was Googie in the basement who made a really amazing play to waste a bunch of time and get 2 kills. Really, apart from that, it's just kind of been a bit slow from them, to be honest.
Yeah, and like I said, if Blue Jays take this map, and they might. I mean, they're on match point already. They have a really, really good chance of taking this match and moving on in this championship series. But we do still have some Siege to play, and can qvG take it to the overtime? We will see. They're playing a little bit more methodical this round, which is good to see, as they figured out the rush. Yeah, can't.
Oh, I was gonna say that if that Aruni could easily just run through walls, punch that castle bracket open, and then just spray the guys there, but I don't think that's exactly what she's gonna do. You know, if this is a rank game and I was doing monkey mode, I mean exactly what I would do to see if I can get a funny clip like that. But no, that's not exactly what's gonna happen here. You can see here that the qvG, they've got some of the vertical control they wanted. Ooh, you can see here actually Goody just misses out on the feet of that defender there, but he's gonna shoot out on a few of that utility in there. And they're just gonna have like this half presence upstairs. They're not gonna be trying to push into bedroom just yet. They're just content with this one room. But you can see here that there's still two defenders playing the castle and the Rooney. They don't want to give up this top 4 yet. They're gonna be pressuring it. As you can see here, the castle bracket first of all does get open from Jacuzzi window, and Goody misses a few shots onto Neon, but you know, I think Citrus route Orange juice?
Yes, there we go.
I lost my train of thought, but he managed to get the kill at the end and leaves it all onto the hands of Hunter, you know, the star players here. But to be honest, if he isn't drawn out, you know, that's a really strong position to be in as a defender. Not many people really check that, so it's all up to him to see if he can make a right play. And you can see that his teammates are trying to support him from below because, as you know, vertical angles go two ways. As an attacker, you can see defenders, but as a defender, if you look up, you'll definitely see the attackers. And I'm not sure if Hunter actually has been drawn out. He's just chilling behind this one half wall thing, and it doesn't seem like any of the defenders, or sorry, attackers are paying that much attention. You can see our Spills actually gets a pick onto qvG at the sledge. So no more vertical holes being opened up from him as qvG does trade onto eventually a bit later. And Hunter is just still sitting there, you know. And now suddenly it is a 2v3 as Leon gets a pick onto critical, but gets traded off by Zarok. And now Hunter's finally going to try to make a play. And it doesn't seem like that any of the attackers are aware of this. And you can see here that Hunter picks off the first as Zarok picks up the second, leaving it all to qvG. He's definitely been the star player of qvG so far, but if he wants to win this round and keep his team in the game, he needs to get these next two kills. Zarok and Hunter, he's going to get the diffuser down. I don't think the attackers or defenders know exactly where it is, as Zarok does peek and get the kill. Sorry, qvG gets off the diffuser plan and goes for the kill, but loses that gunfight to Zarok. And good half, you know, honestly, solid performance from Blue Jays, and I think that's exactly what people are talking about, you know?
From Blue
Another
Jays.
7-1, like, almost picture perfect. I mean, I'm kind of speechless, you know? If there's one thing I want to take away from this game, right, it's the decision making and how fast Blue Jays are. They don't seem to be taking any downtime. They seem to have a clear plan every time. And none of their teammates ever seem to be lost. Some of them seem to be going for rat plays, and they seem to be like a well-oiled, cohesive unit. And especially qvG, they took, especially towards the starting few rounds, it definitely took a few to get going. But by the time they got going, it was a bit too late. All of these rounds are losing in like 1v1, 1v2s, 2v1s. Just unfortunate. But yeah, that was the first map of Chalet, and it was a qvG's map pick, but they lost 7-1. It's really... Well, and it was just surprising to see. I didn't expect it to be that monstrous of a scoreline, especially on their map, considering how qvG have looked on Chalet recently or in their games. Just Blue Jays seem to have done their homework here, and yeah, I mean, Souls, do you have anything to add to that? Like,
I would like to say that I think qvG really started to find their momentum at the end. It was just too late at that point.
Yeah.
You know, that last round where Blue Jays took the half, they did qvG did a great job of at least getting rid of the first roamer and having sort of what we saw from Blue Jays on their attack. You know, they didn't really allow for that Aruni to go anywhere. They had both of the rotations on lock, so regardless of where she went, she was probably going to die anyways. But the Castle of Hunter was still there regardless. And you know, 40 seconds left in the round, and qvG were still looking for kills through vertical angles, and I don't think that's very ideal either. Considering
you don't want
fact
all your
that,
teammates there, right? You just want at least one or two to set up your plan.
I mean, yeah, considering the fact that they had the castle up top still, and then two people below, and then it was a 1v2, I believe, trying to get the bomb down. You know, that's not ideal, and there was like at least 10 seconds left. So qvG has couple of things to
smooth out, let's just say.
Yeah, definitely. I think they did some good things there that last round on attack. They did some good things on defense in terms of, you know, initial picks and wasting time. But when it came to, you know, holding the site, Blue Jays just didn't allow them to, really. So, you know, Clubhouse, another one of those maps where it's really easy to cut off lanes and lines of sights and rotations. So, you know, the advantage is really in Blue Jays' favor, just from what I saw from last match.
I mean, I think I'm gonna start waffling for too long, and we can talk about it for hours. But we can just sum this up by saying, qvG, even though they lost 7-1, the engine was starting up. It's definitely this game is not over. And definitely look forward to seeing Clubhouse, where we can potentially see maybe their comeback. And I would be surprised if this does go to a map 3. But yeah, we're going to be going on a short 10-minute break, probably like a 5-minute break by now because we've been talking so much. But yeah, it's going to be a short break. Remember, get some popcorn, get something to eat, drink some water, and we'll be right back.
You know how I feel.
It's just best on this mirror when they're trying to stay them off, but Mitchell coming in.
You know how I feel.
He's gonna take down Poison. He's gonna make it a 4v4 for Steve.
You know how I feel.
That maybe not even Valkyrie herself, and she is aware.
It's a new life.
He's not aware that Envy's here, and Envy will pick him up.
And I'm feeling.
Also in 1
and I'm
HP, I didn't notice that one.
And I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine.
Maybe other operators, other enemy players that he's able to pick off. Mako here is also very aggressive, and he's gonna make sure that he is Clutcher here is also on 1 HP. I didn't notice that one. So 2 of these players are really low, and Mako is, I don't even saw that there was a player behind that one player, and he's gonna get a quad kill here. It's Shippo. What's happening? He's just running around him in circles right now. It looks like he's bulletproof.
And he's got half HP. He's even more of this flawless to get torn away, but I love what he turned as he kept some form of information that ends. They know the plan. Sky's on that Ash, a lovely run up and catching the kill. Deeper, searching for more. That fire gas force a blade son of a sunlight, he didn't have the bullets. He swaps the pistol, still picks up the triple kill. It doesn't matter. The bullet tap for the quadra kill. A flawless round.
It might really make a difference here, but Echo is alive. Blue is still with the yokai drone up, and the gas canister is gonna go out, and Echo is gonna deny the plan. If I have to back up, there is no chance. Another canister is gonna deny something right now. If he wants, the gas canister is gonna finish off the leg. What even happened there? Captain's gonna push out from the beach. He's gonna get a headshot on top of the canister, and he's gonna start prepping as well. Blue is gonna deny it again. There is no way this is happening right now. Blue is doing everything. They should have killed him with a nade, but they weren't able to. The people from below. They won't be able to deny. They are gonna be able to smash and really bring it back home here as he gets the first kill, and he won't be able to connect with the second. Echo is gonna win it out on 1 HP. Blue just did everything for his Steve that he should have done.
But they're gonna be caught down, and Salvo's gonna find one. The plot's gonna be down. If they get this plot down, it's gonna be the game, and it's gonna be 2. And the plot's gonna be down. It's all wrong. Oh my god, it's all coming down in this offside sentence. It's gonna be done. It's gonna be a 1v1 situation. If Spirit manages to keep this alive, do they ever make it? Oh my god! Oh my god, what a clutch! Oh my god! What a clutch! They've been gaming the first win of the whole season with them, and it's all on Shabrafi's hands. What a game this was! What a game!
2 on 5 is a quick swing. Nako will put it into a 1 on 5. Nako trying to hit the deck, but he cannot. Not looking too good. Getting that gone onto the Banshee. Another onto Sky. This went from out of the realm of possibility to winnable.
He's gonna just keep face checking here towards Memo. Looks like everything is clear, but he doesn't know that there's a player behind the bomb. He's gonna able to get the headshot, man. A quad kill for Alex right now. He's gonna be looking for the last one. He doesn't have the diffuser yet. So remember that kill. He's gonna get it. What's the name? What is that?
this mirror when they're trying to stave them off, but Mitchell coming in.
You know how I feel.
He's gonna take down Poison. He's gonna make it a 4v4 for Sneak.
You know how I feel.
That maybe not even Valkyrie herself, and she is aware.
Day, it's a new life.
He's not aware that Envy's here, and Envy will pick him up.
And I'm feeling.
Also on 1
and I'm
HP, I didn't notice that one.
And I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine.
And welcome back after a quick little break. Hopefully you grabbed your popcorn and listened to Jaeger, maybe hydrated a little bit. We're here, qvG versus Blue Jays. In case you missed it, the first half went to Blue Jays. We went to Chalet. It was a 7-1. You can go back and watch it on our YouTube channel. Just search Talent League. It'll be uploaded in a bit, I promise. Just not yet, because we have a whole nother game, possibly 2 more maps to go here in the second final matchup of, quarterfinal matchup of Season 6 on this championship series. We're going to Clubhouse here. This is the Blue Jays pick. Chalet was qvG's pick. So interesting to see that Blue Jays took the first map.
I think we should move on from Chalet if you're a qvG fan.
Yeah. Wipe it away from your memory. And,
So fresh.
you know, those 41% of people that voted qvG.
Yeah, and let's just get into the game. You know, we can talk a little bit as the bands go through and more things. But if you're a qvG fan, I would say don't despair just yet. There was a lot of positive signs towards the end of the half. They lost a lot of 50-50 rounds in the 1v1, 1v2 clutches. So don't think that you're down out just yet because you lost your map pick 7-1. There was definitely positive signs. It was a bit of a slow start, but don't be surprised if they manage to come back in this game or this map. Sorry. And maybe open the entire series overall, you never know. But yeah, we're gonna skip over this first ban. It's not really important. It's just whatever happens. I'm gonna expect to see maybe some kind of. I feel like Blue Jays. I mean, I feel like it's gonna go for more of a standard ban, right? Nothing else. Like
you know, possibly we'll see.
I mean, we'll see when it comes through. I just
they banned Ash last time.
Head. Okay, never mind. Yeah, never mind. I guess. Just okay. Buck ban. I guess he is somewhat useful in cash as vertical playing, and he can be somewhat good in. Okay. Also, I haven't really casted a new clubhouse with the slight map rework, so if there's some new meta, including that, do forgive me because I'm not really that well versed in how far side.
So we'll see.
So maybe there's new meta, and maybe he's really good for that one side, and that's why he's so good ban. But yeah, Kaid ban comes out to expecting to maybe see like a Valkyrie ban, maybe a Mira. Yeah, Valkyrie comes out. Valkyrie just a really strong operator. Not many teams want to play against her, and I'm just surprised to a Buck ban. You know, at least Ash you can somewhat understand because she brings a lot of utility to the table, like kind of like an Iana replacement. Buck is just someone with soft reach, so like it has to be for vertical above you, right? Because otherwise you just make a sledge. So
it's interesting because Blue Jays almost bring a Buck religiously on Chalet, and now they're deciding to go for the Ash instead. That's you know,
maybe this is a Zork's redemption arc. You know, maybe they talk to the 3 men like, no, we're gonna ban Buck so you play Ash because when you play Buck, you get picked up early.
You die.
You don't do anything. Right? So you're gonna play Ash, and then they had an argument and they banned Buck against his will.
Oh,
I'm sure
and
that's
here's
exactly
the Monty. Here's the Monty I wanted to see from Chalet.
True,
and the Mira? What is okay? This clubhouse is already hype. This clubhouse is already hype.
Just from the operator lineup itself as well, you can see Blue Jays are going to be playing much more aggressively. When you bring a Monty, you start putting pressure on defenders and you start being more aggressive. And that's exactly the kind of match you're going to see. It's gonna be interesting to see how this happens. You know, a Monty pushing into gym bedroom. Usually in this kind of map, you'll expect him to see on when the side CCTV pushes to garage, just shove everything out the way. Not really sure how he'll really fit into this gym attack. Maybe he'll just push garage anyways into his thing. To be honest, I don't think I've seen many rounds where a Monty attacks a gym bedroom.
I haven't either. The couple
Yeah.
ways I can think of is, you know, the default wall, that jacuzzi wall that mutes reinforcing. Potentially they could break open this construction wall right here, and he could go through construction. Logistics is also another option. So yeah, we'll see how, you know, this strat goes for Blue Jays here. Oh, 2 drones for F2 off the start. That's not good. That's their flank drones.
Interesting
Gone
drone
away.
placement from Neron, you know. It's
Very.
I guess it does watch the flank, it's just in a very opposite position. I mean, not what you want to, honestly, not what you want to see. We don't want to lose 2 drones off the start just like that. You know, Monty losing his drone, fair enough. He's not going to be using his drone much anyways, I'll be honest. He's
Yeah, he's the human, yeah.
You don't really want to lose a second drone just like that. But yeah, I mean, also, I just want to point out, 2 players, I think F2 and Citron, went downstairs. And I'm sure you're going to be seeing them pop up later in this round, but considering how well the flank drones of Blue Jays are, don't be surprised if we just see someone killing F2 or someone killing Citron earlier. But it looks like they're going to be... It looks like what we said actually is exactly what's going to be happening, where the Monty's going to be trying to force his way into the site, and I'm sure someone's going to try to burn this laser gate him for him. Explosions happening, and they just seem to have control
already. And we saw this last map.
Yeah. It's a lot of control, really.
Oh, and the first pick goes in. Oh, Citron.
Citron with the kill on spills, you know.
Or, as you like to say, orange juice.
Orange juice. Orange spill.
We wanted it.
He's gonna be playing for info. I'm pretty sure Ash was outside the window, so actually that makes more sense. But yeah.
I think it did went off because I heard it in the background. Not too sure if that nitro's still there.
It did go off.
It did. Oh, yep. All right. So nothing to vote from that, as the mirror window is set up, but Monty smacks it, so you can't really see through it anymore. That's the new update.
I mean, that's one way to counter mirror. Just walk up to it with Monty and knife it.
The attackers have their own mirror. His name is Monty, and he's in construction. Maverick right behind him, trying to get an angle on who's playing in logistics. Interesting to note, they are playing logistics. There's a hatch right above that, so maybe Blue Jays like to play that. It doesn't look like it, as they're looking through these windows on this balcony towards the gym and master side, throwing in some nades, taking a little damage off of the defenders, but nothing too crazy yet. 40 seconds left. They have to think about executing. F2 gets a good pick, but a refrag comes in. But the man advantage is still for qvG here. Monty is just pushing in, but oh, what a shot from Goody. Monty has to take down his shield, and it's a 4v1. And there it is, qvG. Like we said before the break, I think their engines has started, and I think they're ready to go, and they took their first round here on Clubhouse.
It looked a bit scary for a second, especially when you have it becomes a bit daunting when you just have a Monty waltzing into side and giving all that free information away. That okay, there's one playing in logistics, there's one playing on main stairs, but I don't really think the Monty really worked out for them on gym bedroom. It like gave the information that they probably could have guessed already, and you just lose a gun on board. And when you just have limited entry points, which is logistic that jump in, and you have your construction door, and then that's kind of it. You have the windows as well, which is kind of hard, especially when you jump in gym window and there's all those vertical footholds. It just becomes increasingly difficult as a attacker to kind of push in, especially when you lose that first gunfight. And losing spills or orange juice early in the round was it was a tough task, because not only do you lose a nades, which I'm guessing he went below, just start nading below, right? Oh, I don't know why I clicked my fingers. That's weird, but I'm guessing he jumped in kitchen to start trying to nade the default spawns, maybe in bathroom or maybe in logistics. But qvG, expecting that, had someone ready in kitchen, and maybe that's probably the play that maybe won them the round. You know, the nades could have come out, and we can get a different story there, and when the attackers have an advantage. Because when you have an man advantage and have a multi on board as well, that's something you don't want to be seeing as a defender.
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna work out. But regardless, that round's done and dusted. It's 1-0. I think the Blue Jays were expecting qvG to go to CCTV first, and I think that's why we might have saw the Monty being brought. And qvG read into that, and they were like, "Let's go offsite." And here we go. We're basement. And interesting, as we're seeing the Mozzie being brought, that's going to be a lot of intel denial.
Yeah,
gone
I really like
and
Mozzie
away.
play.
Yeah,
because,
me too.
we just love Mozzie. Like, Mozzie's pull off, but no, just in general, because the way that we've been watching Blue Jays and how methodical they've been, they're definitely going to be wanting to drone this top floor out, and having a Mozzie pester just going to be a big like problem for them. It's going to be a huge issue because they don't know if someone's playing or not. Just a big question mark of information there, unless they want to waste a lot of utility. But maybe they won't even decide to go, and you can see here they would decide to maybe try to push into dirt. As one smoke canister used, one shield was traded. Maverick lost like a little bit of health, and so did smoke. And I think that was a fair exchange. And then they've gone back around, rotated.
Smart from Citron, as you know, I think they were trying to make some sort of push into that dirt tunnel, and they said, "Oh, we don't really want to deal with this smoke." I really do like this mute Mozzie play from qvG. They're really just trying to deny as much intel for Blue Jays as possible, as I think they learned from Chalet that their drones are probably their biggest way of momentum, especially on the attack for Blue Jays anyway. They do have this hatch open in kitchen, but Goody gets a pick from I'm not sure, and I'm not sure how, and then Leon gets another pick through these vertical angles. As you said, there are two ways, so defenders can still see you. He spots another one. He's gonna throw the nitro, doesn't get anything though. The man advantage is still for qvG, however.
Not looking good for them so far. Lost losing 2 picks, and I'm pretty sure that Critical died through that main stairs window that Goody was peeking through. And yeah, it's just a big problem. And dirt control has been given up. You gotta remember. I'm pretty sure someone has pushed up into dirt. I'm not sure where Citron's playing now. I'm pretty sure he's rotated back to blue, maybe. Yeah, but yeah, Hunter. I'm pretty sure it was actually Hunter on this play on this exact spot who almost 1v3 a really impossible clutch. But that might be my memory being a bit crazy, because it always is. That's the thing. But yeah, smoke coming out. It looks like the execute is going to happen on the side of Blue Jays. They do manage to get the first pick, but the diffuser's nowhere to be seen. You know, the smokes come out, but no diffuser. No one else drops. Hunter pushes him to the side alone. Just get traded off eventually. And suddenly it's a 4v2. Diffuser's still attached, but the execute's a bit too late, and Googie picks off Zarok, leaving it all into Spills Orange Juice, who died first last round. He knows exactly where one of the players is. He does get that first pick, and with 20 seconds left, he doesn't seem to be able to drop the hatch, as there's a crossfire being held onto it, but I think he's gonna have to attempt to it anyways. He does go for the hatch drop. He doesn't actually survive, actually. He doesn't get the first pick. No, Citron, a nice pre-fire to close out the round, and another solid qvG defense, you know? Yeah. You're getting these initial picks. Nice shot, Goody coming up from Goody coming out, but yeah, they're getting the initial picks on the defense. They're playing this aggressive, and I love the adaptation they've done with bringing the mute Mozzie, because they know how Blue Jays like to play with that information, and when they're deprived of that information because of the mute Mozzie, they just become a bit more sitting ducks. And even though I complimented Blue Jays earlier, and in the first map on how they just seem to be not lost, they need to know exactly what they're doing. Without this information, they start to seem a little bit lost, you know, not really sure exactly what their plan is. You can see our Hunter as well. I'm not sure exactly what he smoked. I'm not sure if he expected his team to drop. Was that miscommunication, or was that just him trying to make a solo play? Not really sure exactly what happened there, but yeah, it just seemed to have fallen apart there for that round for Blue Jays. qvG Academy picks up the second round, doubling their round count from their first map, and looking solid on this one.
Which you love to see. But yeah, I think that was a miscommunication. The smoke's gone down. I think everyone should have tried to execute on that hatch. And it didn't really work out. And we're seeing qvG go away from the mute Mozzie combo. So, like you said, I think Blue Jays felt a lot less comfortable with the fact that those two operators were in play, and you saw it as qvG took that round pretty easily. So I'm kind of expecting a Blue Jay round win here, but you know, that's just me seeing the operator lineup and not really thinking about what might go on.
I mean, I think it's CCTV. You know, it's I don't think there's many rat positions you can play in CCTV. Yeah. You're just playing in one. But as I said, that Googie is gonna be playing in the rat position right now.
The caster curse.
It's the caster curse. So we'll see if he manages to get a pick or not, but you gotta be careful, you know. Usually attackers always have one drone in stock at the start of the round when in the prep base, because it's just a really high traffic zone that you really don't want defenders to be playing in, because as a defender you can do many things. You can swing out, throw a C4 from the door, you can just you know, deny access into throughout stairs. You can do a lot of things, holding vertical angles, etc, etc. But you can see here as well those shotgun holes coming out, making it difficult for the Maverick to get a proper you know, line on this wall. And if you're confused at like why people make those holes in the walls, it's not really to like help bandits who's like with sound, it literally just makes it harder for Maverick to like make a straight line to open it up. It just more difficult, and that's the only reason you see those lines. But you can see here actually, Hunter's actually already pushed it into construction. You know, no fear for the fallen. Is that the saying? I'm not really sure, but
I'm not
some saying
too
like that.
sure.
You know, but yeah. Oh, this is a very cheeky
What
angle.
is
I've never
this?
seen
Yeah.
this before. Is he gonna get a free pick? I'm not actually sure. What am I looking at? I don't know. I've never seen
Yeah.
someone use angle before.
He's like looking at the initial push into like that wall.
Five damage done.
Oh,
Almost just misses out, and then the first pick actually does
Oh!
out to Goody as Goody dies, but Hunter dies, and Blue Jays explode onto the side, getting 2 picks lifted all into F2 and Googie. They're not, I mean, are they going to try to execute onto the side? I'm not really sure. It seems like Googie's going to open up the garage door and he's going to rotate onto this Raptors area to just help out. And you can see her actually just knifing that floor just makes it a bit uneasy for the defenders, attackers, but Sarah on the Ash, that's why they banned the Ash last time. He gets the first pick, but F2 does trade out. He does actually get the first pick. Does he manage to get a few more? He doesn't know. He swings around, but does not manage to get critical. Even though using a shotgun, I'm not sure. Was he shot like through the bomb kit? I don't think he saw that, did he? I guess he did. I just didn't see that. Well, like you said, I mean, you called it. You know, no mute Mozzie, and suddenly Blue just won the round. But I don't think it's down to that. I just think they exploded onto site. I'm pretty sure.
It's almost. I think it's almost expected for an attacking team to win that site. It's the most default site on this map. Everyone knows how to play it,
especially with I think they just didn't expect them to be in construction so fast. Usually people rotate after they open the wall and it takes a few seconds, but I feel like it was kind of done simultaneously, and then especially when you barricade that door, you just don't get any sound through it. You have no information, and then was it Hunter almost got a kill there, and then it's just like open the wall, sights open. As a defender, you're panicking now, and that's exactly what happened. I'd be surprised to see if maybe qvG try that again a bit later. It's a bit of a change, maybe trying to keep the construction wall open, as some teams like to do, and reinforcing construction and extending their hold into Logi, as it's more common nowadays. But speaking of expanding into Logi, we're going to be going for another gym defense, and I'm sure it'll be exactly the same. But because it's going to be exactly the same, I know Monty, I'm kind of curious to see how Blue Jays will change what they did last round. Maybe go for the Logi hatch, trying to nade from below this time without dying. Orange juice, looking at you. Yeah, I'm just gonna be curious to see how the adaptations come out from Blue Jays, because I feel like they're a very methodical team. So I feel like they're gonna definitely make some kind of changes and not brute force it.
Yeah, so far I think that the adaptation was good. We saw it last round, but it was the most played site on this map. So let's see if Blue Jays can try and win off-site this time around, as Maverick's just gonna go for this wall and Ash is gonna breach it. No shotguns holes this time, so it'll take Maverick a lot less time. Zarek is just looking for that run out near that dirt area, but no one's gonna be playing there. Oh, is he gonna get a pick? What a little angle! Wow, and that's man advantage for Blue Jays already.
He's such an important player, I think, as well to qvG. You don't want him to lose him. You don't want to lose him early on in the round. He's someone who can catch up, especially, and losing him as solely on gunfight like that would not do it. But Goody has his back and managed to pick off the other influential player from Blue Jays and Hunter. So I guess both players are going to be without their star talisman, I would say, in this round.
Yep, man advantage back to even. Minute left, and you know, Blue Jays have some sort of intel on where they want to go. They wasted 2 summon charges, one on the laser gate and another on the ADS. That's a very interesting strat. So I'm not too sure why that was.
I think they were trying to get rid of the mirror window, but I'm just surprised there's no one going upstairs. No one's trying to pressure the hatch to help pressure the guy. No one's trying to go below to try to nade him. It just seems to be a very static kind of pusher coming from Blue Jays. They could be problem solvers in a few different ways, and I'm just not seeing that right now. And I think they're going to rotate away from it, realizing it's a bit too late now to do that. You can see on the windows here, actually, that they're trying to get a few picks there. And actually, I have to say that finally, Zarok actually goes onto those, that hatch from above and gets that easy pick, but he needs to be careful as this is actually a very dangerous spot. You can actually fall off very easily there if you're not careful because of it's a bit buggy. But you know, he does manage to get the kill onto the Leon. But elsewhere on the map, you can see that Critical will shred it off as well, bringing it back into 3v3. And I say that 3v2 as kills on BLUEJAYS picks up Goody, as Neron picks up Living It all onto the hands of F2. The smoke, trusty hands. Can he clutch this out though? I'm not really sure. He goes for the first fight, does manage to give it, and defeated does get drop, but Spills does get the refrag. And another round goes to the favor of BLUEJAYS, bringing it into a even 2-2.
That was definitely much better adaptation from the BLUEJAYs. You called it there. We're pretty on point with the calls that we're making so far.
I mean, I think they're pretty. To the viewers as well, I think it is pretty obvious, especially. I'm just surprised it took so late for someone to rotate onto that hatch. Just seemed to be losing a bit of utility there, but they got through at the end, and that's all that matters is winning the round. You know, no matter how ugly or not perfect the round may have been, but Zarok, I mean, there's a reason you can see us playing Ashe here, and that's a very cheeky angle, which I'm going to expect to see some people using right now as well. Just be a bit careful, because I know you can fall off very easily from there and up. But yeah, Zarok 6-3, Hunter 0-4 actually. I call Nataz out there, not in this map especially. He's kind of had a pretty quiet game.
I think they swapped roles though, I believe. You know, Hunter's more of the support role on that Twitch, and we see Zarok on the Ashe trying to get those kills. So interesting that they swapped.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm confident this, you're right.
Yeah.
A lot of the team members just swapping operators and stuff, not having like a bit role, which is something that's hard to see, you know. It's
5 seconds.
And it's decided
those versatility for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna be going back to CCTV, like, and gonna be interesting to see what changes qvG have made. The first thing, especially that I would like to see, is that they're not barricading that door that goes into construction. That seems to be something that they should probably figure out first, so no sneak attacks can come. But you can see here, Goody on the Raptors just gonna be chilling, going on to that walls, and you can see here they're gonna be extending into construction. Maybe I'm not really sure. They just get the wall. I think that's just an extra reinforcement from now because they've changed that one cache wall. So now instead of 2, it's 1. So they just have one extra reinforcement. That's why I think we'll see construction wall being reinforced. But you see the Maverick chick comes out, and like we said, the shotgun hole just makes it increasingly harder as an attacker to open it. But the mute jammers, not the mute jammers, the bandit charges get shot off the wall, leaving it to the hands of Neron whenever he decides to come over. So you can open that wall pretty easily.
Yep, they're just waiting to see if they can get that wall open. The first opening pick. Orange juice is gone. Not too much to say there. qvG is just getting a little bit too aggressive here, and we saw it the first map. We're seeing it here. BLUEJAYS is ready for it. Zarok gets the first pick here. It's a minute 40 to go. It looks like they're going to try and take this construction side. Googie is ready for this nitro cell. See if he can get a kill on this Maverick potentially. Nope, he falls off. He's just a little bit too afraid on that attacker playing on that AC window. Selma charges aren't going off. He has to be careful, as now he's stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Mav is on that rappel. Bandit does get a kill onto Hunter there, evening up the man count. Almost a minute left.
I mean, oh my god, you can see he's going for another aggressive peek. He knows someone's playing there. Is he gonna get the kill? No, the match will rotate out. But you can see here as well, the ace is playing the window, holding a very tight angle as Spills just pushes into this construction, see if he can force himself and get something to happen. As Zarok picks up a second kill onto Goody, as Leon trades off for a second onto Spills, and now leaving it back into an even man count in a 3v3. You can see here that it's all down to F2 picks up another one, onto Critical. It leaves it into all the hands of Neron and Zarok, and they say that Zarok does get down, leaving it all onto the hands of Neron, who is in the balcony. Smartly, he drops away. I feel like a broken record there, because I feel like I repeated the same sentence 3 times, because I think this kept changing in a second. But yeah, Neron, he's going to rotate to main. I'm not sure if he's going to try to push out, or maybe just take a bit of a time out to just talk a few things with his team. But no, he's going to be trying to push in here. He's going to be pushing up these red stairs, or maybe just going to be around that area. I think he was holding the garage, but the illusion is going to go off. F2 has a really easy angle. He knows exactly what the attacker will be. He's going to right swing that and get that free kill.
Better hold from qvG that round for CCTV. Going up in round count there, 3-2. one more until the side swap. They're gonna go back down to Arsenal. They won first time round, and they're bringing the Mute Mozzie combo once again, which leads me to believe it's gonna be a 4-2, possibly.
I mean,
We'll see how Blue Jays want to counteract the intel denial of qvG. Oh, we're seeing a 6-pick off of Maverick to the ace.
Also, I mean, even if it was a 4-2, it's pretty standard for Clubhouse, I would say, defender-sided map, and
yeah,
things go out. And even if it's a 3-3, I wouldn't be too surprised either. So, it's been a pretty even game so far. Definitely something that I expect to see on Chalet, but things didn't really work out. But you can see that qvG definitely have warmed up from that game, and it seems that Hunter has gone cold as he's 0-5. But that was a bit uncalled for. I'm sorry, Hunter, if you're watching this back later on. There's no reason for me to catch you like that. It's just an opportunity, and
putting Hunter on blast, even though he was top fragger last map. Maybe Xerac was tired of being support, and he was like, "Hey, man, listen."
We got this, man. I died first every round last time. Don't sweat it. It happens. They'll just swap this game. But yeah, I mean, qvG gonna go for basement. Last time they went basement, it was a bit of a chaos fest, as the Mute Mozzie combo that had come out, which is coming out again, caused them to get a few free kills here, which I'm gonna assume that Blue Jays are gonna tidy them up and make sure that they're not gonna die from the same angles again. So if qvG decide to go for this extended roam and try to be a bit aggressive, I'm gonna expect Blue Jays to try to punish them a bit more heavily, or just ignore them overall. And that's exactly what I mean. Leon still up to 1 HP while I was trying to rotate back to side. Not even someone who's trying to roam, just facing his Mozzie pests, and he's still up to 1 HP. And yeah, you can see Blue Jays here did definitely have more purpose. They're gonna go for a top-down clear. Gonna clear from Jacuzzi and cash this maybe 2 side, and then work clear it down.
Yep, we've seen it last map. Blue Jays are just really coordinated and methodical. They want to check all of their boxes before they try and get to the site. But Googie off screen in oil pit gets the first pick on
Hibana as well. Oh my.
Yeah, that's tough. That's
really
your
bad. Yeah.
that's hatch is gonna be really difficult to get now.
Okay, well, you still have Ace alive, right?
Yeah, but
and
that's only one hatch.
One hatch. So they're gonna have to decide what kind of execute they want to do, and they're gonna have to go on that. They can either open the kitchen hatch, or they're gonna go for maybe a church take and open bar hatch. Either way, it's not really something you want to be seeing as a Blue Jays fan here, especially that Hibana going on first. I'm not sure exactly why the Hibana was entering first in the first place, as the Mozzie gets the drone as well, and things are going from bad to worse. You can see F2 has this C4 prepped and ready. As soon as he gets the call from his teammate, he's gonna let that rip, and you can actually see here that Shift on the smoke, realizes no one's pushing dirt. Gonna rotate his shield to a much better position there. Gonna be trying to hold that long haul, and you can see that the Ace has decided to open up the bar hatch, and he's gonna be peeking down and seeing if he can get any intel out of free kills.
Different strategy from last time, as Blue Jays opened the kitchen hatch the last time that qvG did go basement. I think it's a bit easier for the attackers, as that whole floor is not destructible at all. It does look like Ace is gonna try and get this wall off towards this Moto. Here comes the Nitro Cell to try and deny it. What a shot to not get that denial.
The Nitro was missed.
Interesting, as the mute jammer is set up, so it is stopping that Selma. The Selma is not high enough to get off the breach.
It's also only on the left side, so if they put the Selma on the right side, on the defender's point of view, or the left side on the Ace here, they're probably going to get the wall open, especially considering how the mute jammer radius has been changed, but that doesn't matter because Ace is now dead, and Leon as well has been dropped, but the attackers don't know that, and their eyes are still a 5v2. It still could be a flawless round here. It's all down to splits, and Zerok, 2 players who have really popped off here, but not too much, as Goody and F2 get those kills, and Hunter types TT in chat. Not sure what that means, but timeout.
Tactical timeout. They want to talk things over. It's a 4-2 side swap. They just want to discuss how they want to play these defenses, as it is a defender-sided map.
So it could be worse, honestly. As Blue Jays, I understand why you're taking this timeout, because when you consider the level they were playing on Chalet, where they were just on top of the game, they seem to have definitely stepped down a little bit. I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe it's a map change. But yeah, they seem to be a bit on the back foot here, trying to get Hunter, especially trying to get a bit into the game, especially the other attackers as well, just seeing they were a bit more lost. But now they've swapped onto defense, and they've had the tactical timeout. when this game does resume, they're probably going to be looking a bit better. The team is going to probably talk things to Zarok. The IGL is going to be saying these few things. Got to keep this in mind for a few things, etc., etc. And I'm just honestly, I don't really have a problem here. I think it's a solid. I think it's a good time to call a tactical timeout, especially as well.
Smart. Yeah. We didn't see it the first round from qvG. I'm not sure why, but yeah, side swap. You want to talk things over as you're going on to the defensive side, just to try and take away that momentum that qvG has from starting on the defense. And we're seeing a Mozzie Vigil combo here from Blue Jays to start, and they're going bottom with a Maestro and Smoke. This is interesting. They got plant denial, intel denial, and a little bit of utility denial for this bottom floor. And the only hard breacher being brought is Habana, so it'll be easy to get those hatches, but afterwards it's going to be kind of like a if we do decide to go down that bar hatch into Moto, are we going to open up that wall that we saw Ace try to open up last round? Is going to be the question on how they execute here. We will see, but definitely an interesting lineup I'm seeing from Blue Jays to start.
You can definitely tell as well what they're going to be doing. As you saw that qvG just played that mute Mozzie combo to just deny intel. When you bring a Vigil, it's just a sign of more aggression. You're going to be taking those gunfights more. You're going to be trying to get in places where attackers want to take control of map, take control of the map and get map control, like I said. I don't know, I repeated that, but yeah. And with the Vigil in play, it just makes it much harder, especially when the Vigil's playing around that specific area. And the Vigil radius is actually quite large if he's playing around any of this area, but actually he's going for a spawn peak first. I'm not sure anyone's actually going to be spawning there to walk into his crosshair, but yeah. But like I said, the Vigil radius is quite large. If you're someone who is in kitchen droning, you'll see the Vigil scanner. You'll be like, okay, guys, there's a Vigil. I don't know if he's in the basement. I don't know if he's upstairs. I don't know if he's in the kitchen. He's somewhere around here. We need to be careful.
Exactly, and you know, Zarok's feeling it from being Ash on the attacker side in Brown, so he wants to get aggressive on the defense. You know, good call from Blue Jays. He has the hot hand, and what an unfortunate nade. That Citron down, the Twitch gone, and away for this round. Unfortunate team kill for qvG to start.
Not sure exactly what happened there, and I was going to say that this is a very vital round, as Blue Jays cannot afford to lose this, because if they lose this, okay, this is a gunfight as well. Unfortunate angle there. But like I said, I mean, Blue Jays, if they lose this round, it's 5-2, and that becomes a much harder split. But I guess I would just have to say anything, as Blue Jays seem to have complete control of what they're doing. The first kill was unfortunate, but when you get the second kill and you know Mozzie playing upstairs, now as an attacker you're a bit stuck. You know there's a defender playing upstairs, you know defenders are playing downstairs. You're kind of just sandwiched here. You're gonna have to try to get a few picks, and the defenders of Blue Jay smartly aren't gonna be trying to get any picks at all. F2 on the Cabana there. Oh my god, Zarok, what a nice shot there. What a nice game sense. Not sure if it was called by any of his teammates or just a nice common pre-fire. You just get the kill, and now you know that as an attacker there's another person playing in strip club, and now you're being triple sandwiched. And now as an attacker you just say, what are we gonna do here, guys? It's nothing gonna. The defenders everywhere. Can we just get Diffuser and plant the bomb or something? It's not really working out for us here. And yeah, Diffuser is retrieved, and I'm just gonna assume they're gonna run off the blue and decide to push here. But you gotta remember the hatch is open. There's still defenders playing upstairs. You can see a Spliz. He's on that construction hatch. He's gonna be rotating to red stairs. And with the 2v5 left, you can just see the patience on Bridges as well, not trying to give them any free picks. Don't really want to give them any kind of chance for maybe a potential comeback. They're playing this so passively, so diligently, I guess you would say, which is definitely one way. And you can see here that Goody is definitely aware that someone's playing above him. He's just going to be holding here, going to see if he can get a free pick. And I think he actually will for a second, but no, the angle works against him as Bills manages to down him, but not finish him off as Leon WTG is in a position to refrag him and be able to get his buddy up here. But both of them are stuck in oil pit, which is not in the ideal position here. The drone is out. They know where both the defenders are, but with 30 seconds left on the clock, there's 4 people left on defense. You're not really getting a foothold here as an attacker here. You can see here as well, this Zarok is coming for this flank. It's going to be a big of a problem here, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything in this round.
Attackers bomb diffuser has been
Yep, 1v4, 10 seconds, and there it is. Blue Jays take a tactical timeout, and it works out to their favor on this first round. Beautiful, beautiful hold there on the bottom floor. Not much else to say there, other than, yeah, you know, they must really like sandwiches, as you said. They were just, the qvG were just
So much
not
pressure.
in a good position at all whatsoever. There was
Just put
so much
themselves
pressure.
shoes, right? When you play Siege, you never have had this moment. You decided to push blue. You team kill someone accident. Okay, that's the end of the world. You push into bar. You find out there's someone else is playing upstairs. Okay,
Yeah.
not the end of the world. Okay, someone's playing in Stirp. There's someone playing below me. Why am I here? It just turns into kind of like an existential crisis there. But yeah, solid round, and I'm just curious to see how that nade happened. I'm not sure if there's miscommunication, because I do know I think the Twitch was trying to push downstairs through the blue. I'm not sure if that was communicated properly, or maybe just a miss nade, or maybe mistimed nade. Not really sure, but what I do know is that Zarok is the first person in this game to hit double digits at 10. And no one on the other team really close. I mean, qvG just simply have an even scoreboard 6-4, 5-5-6. Really playing as a team here, no really standout player in terms of kills there. But on the other side, you can see here, it is Zarok here who is carrying a majority of the killing weight with 10. Neron picks up 2 from last round, but he was on 1 before that, so that's 3. Spills is on 5, Critical is on 2, and Hunter is on a big fat donut still, trying to get his first breadstick on the board.
Are you hungry? We're talking about sandwiches and donuts and...
Yeah, I think I am.
What's going on?
I do think I'm a bit hungry, but food can wait. You know, we're talking about
Yeah,
Siege.
we're inside of match right now.
Food can wait. But yeah, I do think I'm actually going to mention that. I could go for a nice breadstick. Okay, no, that's not the time talking about that. It'll be interesting to see how qvG attack this. It doesn't seem like they're going to be going for the CC wall just yet. It seems they're going to go for a jacuzzi take, going to open the jacuzzi wall, drone up into this master bedroom side, going to clear out from this west side to this east side. But ooh, you can see actually a gunfight just happen as qvG gets into a gunfight with Hunter. No one loses a bit of HP though. It's just a bit of warning shots on either side, but still, so you gotta remember he's holding that cross angle, which makes it a bit difficult as attacker. And as a qvG wide swing, this needs to be careful of that exact defender playing there. And I'm sure he's literally just there to just apply a bit of pressure. I'm sure he's not gonna overextend himself or anything, at least for the time being. And you can see here Leon going for an interesting Maverick trick. He's not trying to open the wall. I think he's just trying to make lines of sight. Which is, I guess it makes it harder for a defender to just, when you're not paying attention, you see the wall is closed, you're not going to really be paying attention to those Maverick holes, which I guess could work. But yeah, C4 for the
what a nitro.
It's a good thing he didn't place that breaching charge on, otherwise he would have been dead. Yeah, I'm sure he can be picked up, and Zarok has been identified on these stairs below. He's going to be kind of rotated there as someone is going to be trying to be on his tail. Will he be throwing a C4 up the hatch? No, but qvG does pick up a kill on 2 Critical as Hunter died elsewhere. I'm not even sure when that happened, but Zarok does manage to find Citron, so he will not be res. And it'll leave it into a 4v3 with BLUEJAYS having a lot of work to do to prevent these attackers from, you know, attacking.
Yeah, we see this construction push here. I think they're gonna try and get this wall into cache. They're really worried about this Maverick on this wall. Oh, Neron spots him but doesn't get the kill. But off screen, Zarok, he does get 1. Man advantage still in the attacker's favor, but Goody is on low HP as the last 2 defenders are on full HP here. Breach is gonna go off. 40 seconds to go.
Site does get opened up, right? Site does get opened up, but there's only 30 seconds left, and I'm pretty sure there's no C4 in pocket in either of these defenders, so it's gonna just have to be through gunfight. And you can see at exactly
what a shot.
He swings out, managed to get the first one, doesn't get traded off. As you can see, oh my god, it's a bloodfest as F2 pushes in and gets traded off as Zarok pushes Goody elsewhere on the map, and what looked like a solid attacking round.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Is that twice in 2 maps that he just shoots through a wall? And
it was just a classic pre-fire, you know. He's just gonna say, you know, guys, calm down. I'm still alive. We can win this round. Don't worry about it. And that's exactly what happened. And unfortunately for qvG Academy, who just had looked to be the stronger team all throughout, they had the man advantage, and then they crumbled at the final hurdle, not being able to get the refrags at the end after you lost that when you lost that minecart to 2v2. And you know, it must be a bit frustrating, especially considering that you think you should be winning those kind of rounds. But we move on, and then now we're going to be going on to this next round as the score is tied up 4-4. The tactical timeout did wonders for the team of BLUEJAYS, or at least for Zarok, who picked up another 2 kills that round, bringing his kill tally up to 12. And They're going to be going to this gym bedroom side, which I think was the strongest side for qvG, just to look really comfortable on it. It's going to be interesting to see how Blue Jays do, if they do a similar adaptation. I mean, first things first, they haven't brought the Mira. They have brought a Lesion and a Frost, which I think is a change. I have not brought the Smoke. So they have a completely different lineup, but they're going to be going for a similar kind of take. Actually, no, they're going to have a rotation actually into red. So they're going to be going for an extended hold to these red stairs area to try to deny, and I think that's exactly what the Lesion does good. He just covers a large area with the Lesion mines, and you get like good information about where attackers are pushing.
This is definitely smart.
Locate a bomb and
Yeah.
defuse it.
Malus traps coming out. I'm not sure exactly. Ooh. Gonna be interesting, the reasoning behind that one. I'm gonna be asking that one in the interview afterwards if you do get to interview them, and the reason that you place Malusi there, because yeah, it's that in Hunter, he goes on the Frost, and remember, this is the one side where Frost actually I think has the most success rate of getting a Frost shot kill. That's not an actual fact. That's just something that I real. So
you just
don't quote
think,
me. It's just it seems the most likely. You know, this is the site where Frost the most, so it makes sense. It'll probably be the site where Frost gets the most kills. But yeah, I mean qvG a bit slow on this attack. 40 seconds gone on the clock. Not really gotten any kind of map control. They've opened up the CC wall. They're gonna. I'm not sure if someone's pushing the garage yet. No, he's pushed them below. The nade actually gonna come on, and if he lands this up, that's gonna kill him. That's gonna go out and damage. No, actually, no damage done to the Jaeger of Nero. I'm pretty sure as Cookie gets traded off by Critical elsewhere. Critical doing a jump out.
Run out.
Window. No one covering that.
Wow.
Unfortunate, and using your first man advantage is not something you ever want to be in a position. You never want to lose that first man advantage, especially when the 4-4 here. This is like such an important rounder to get that lead back as the drones do come out. As Citron is going to try to draw on this cache, and you can see he doesn't know there's one person playing behind this table. The Citron actually goes underneath. He pings the Frost here, and still somehow the Frost manages to get the kill. I'm not exactly sure how it's coming to revealed as breadstick moment. Let's go. As Citron and F2 actually trade off, and suddenly it's back to a 3v3. You know, we get off track for a second, and Splitters and Hunter get traded off, and suddenly it's a 3v3, which makes it a much more interesting round, let's just say, because you can see that both two members of Blue Jays of Neron and Sarok have rotated all the way back, opting to just let the attackers push at them, while Critical Blue Jays, Critical from Blue Jays is just playing in that rat spot behind the desk that you see most players play here, which is actually a very common thing, so I wouldn't be surprised if anyone pushes that, but no,
actually, not looking. They're not looking. That's
as you can see here, that Neron gets a kill and Critical picks the second one, and it's all down to Goody on this window. What will he be able to do in a 1v3 with 30 seconds left on the clock? It's gonna be after a miracle if he's gonna win this one.
I think the best option would be for him, well, he's not gonna do it, but, you know, take a mini tactical timeout, talk about what you could do differently. Why I said it was smart is because the last time that Blue Jays held this site, qvG immediately attacked from that east to west side. There, the Blue Jays said, you know what? We're not going to let them have it. They reinforce that box wall towards CCTV, and they decide to play it. And then qvG decide that they're going to just go head on into like a 3-stack on that roam. There was a deployable shield and you know 3 other operators there. That wasn't the best call from qvG, but the most amazing one from Blue Jays. And to touch up on your point on that Banshee placement, I think he placed it there because it's the one spot that is like default plant. You can't really see what's going on from there. You're more in an open area if you plant closer to those weights or the door or the hatch, but in that little corner near that soft wall is potentially where they might have gotten the plant off if they did get the plant off. That's just my guess though. I'm not 100% sure. Regardless, good hold. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's what Malusi's there for. The Banshees are for information, making those wub sounds.
Wub, 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 wub.
Anyways, the great hold from Blue Jays there. Taking it from a 4-2 to a 5-4, as we spoke on. It is a defender-sided map. And I think, honestly, that tactical timeout was probably the one thing that turned this match around for sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised qvG actually haven't taken a tactical
Yeah, they
time
haven't,
themselves.
right? I would have guessed after 4 or 5 they would have probably called it.
Less of the scoreboard as well, and more of the fact that they just lost every single site in a row.
Yeah.
And that I usually, as a coach, as a red flag, I would say that I notice is that when you lose 3 rounds in a row, it's a start to panic, right? If you don't, so usually you'll usually call one after that, because if you're not winning any of your sites in 3 in a row, 3 is a lot of rounds. So it's
Most definitely.
Yeah. And you can see that new and improved bar there that Zarok was so gracefully showing us there. But he's going to be going back into his left sandwich, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
the best sandwich.
Vigil likes the strip sandwich.
The strip sandwich. He does love the strip sandwich, but he's not alone this time, as Hunter is also here to assist him. They have the hatch open, so they're definitely doing some kind of extended hold upstairs. I'm not really sure exactly what kind of setup, but you can see here that actually the attackers are just have control of kitchen, I think. Yeah, okay. The kitchen hatch is open, and qvG has pushed in, and I was just wondering how that it was inside, but the hatch was open. Just walked in and running out. But I think it was more of a bait thing, you know. There's a lot of defenders actually holding the angle. If anyone dropped, they would probably die, as Spills actually takes a bit of damage elsewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but Leon is in dirt, and he is in a power position here to make a play. If the pawn comes down, I'll be expecting him to be making some kind of play, and you can see he's just holding this tight angle. If he's not spotted out, Hunter actually gets his second kill onto qvG, as Leon gets one onto Leon as well. That's the power position I'm talking about inside of construction. That leaves it all onto Citron, F2, and Goody. And you can see here that Goody was taken off by Zarok as well. And now it's all onto Citron and F2. Both people stuck in kitchen. It's going to be increasingly hard for them as this gap gets wider and wider. They're gonna have to get so many kills, and you can see here that Zarok just throws an impact grenade, runs away, tries to distract them as much as possible, waste more time, and actually light some shots. And you can see actually a lot of bluejays are actually lit up, but just no one's dead yet. And with 45 seconds left in the clock, that's not really something you want to see as a defender, or as an attacker, with so many defenders still alive. And you can see they're shooting people and they're running back. They're just trying to play this very safe and very calm, as FT just pick up the first one onto Nino in the 2v4. He's gonna have to do with that a bit more, and actually does that as Citron picks up a second one, 2v3. As Citron picks another one, it's a 2v2 with 30 seconds off the clock. Suddenly this round from a 2v5 into a 2v2, it looks much more manageable, as the feature could go down. As you can see, Spills actually goes on F2, it's a 2v1, and suddenly it's all Zarok left upside. He was upstairs. He's gonna be on the hatch, I'm pretty sure, trying to deny the plant. And will the attacker be aware of this? Yes, Zarok does get the first kill on Citron. Will he get the second one? F2. They're around the same amount of HP. It's gonna be a gunfight. Flashes come out, and you know how the new flashes are really, really strong. And it's home. You can see here he's gonna rotate in this hallway, and F2 is gonna be aware of this. I'm not really sure if he is, but he is, and F2 picks up the kill. And what a round from qvG, and this is the type of stuff you see. Never give up mentality in a 2v5 situation. When your team needs you most, you drop the hatch, you get 5 kills as a team, and you win that round. And what can I just say? What a beautiful clutch. What a beautiful clutch.
Yeah, that looked crazy like the last time that BLUEJAYS went to the bottom floor. You know, 2v5 happened last time, happened this time. Then
expect to see that round in the highlight clip.
In the back, yeah. I really thought that was match point for BLUEJAYS, but qvG said we don't want that, and we're gonna take 2 people and we're gonna win. And now it's tied up again. You know what's better than a tactical timeout? A 2v5 clutch.
That puts the morale. You know what I mean? If you win a round like that, I'm pretty sure you're probably not gonna need a tactical timeout after that.
Most definitely. You tied it back up. We might, if this does look like it's going to overtime. If it does, we'll probably be seeing a qvG tactical timeout, perhaps.
Probably.
But you know, depending on if BLUEJAYS take the match point, we might see it as well. Not too sure, but yeah, they don't need to use the tactical timeout, and they tie up the round. And BLUEJAYS are deciding to go back to CCTV, and we see a Goyo being brought. We saw him a little while back, but I don't think it was for this.
I think it was.
I was about to say it wasn't for this.
No, it was for CC. It was for CC. I remember.
Oh, really? Okay.
Remember that one tap he did with the wall?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the side.
You're right.
It happened, yeah, but
so much excitement that it all blends together.
It's all the same thing, you know. It's Vigil Vigil, Goyo, the same operators, to be honest. Different, just about different everything, but they're still like the same person, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see here that qvG actually are going to be doing a very similar take to how they did last time when they attacked it, which honestly, I'm surprised didn't work out for them. I don't know how they lost that. It was a 2v3 clutch, which, I mean, I guess you could say how did Blue Jays lose that 2v5, right? But yeah, I mean, they definitely know what to do here, and they're definitely probably in a good position, especially if qvG can stay alive and not get jumped out of. That would be a big step plus, right, for him. But yeah, they're gonna be doing very similar. They're going for a construction thing, gonna open up this wall maybe, and after that gonna go for his plant. But you gotta remember that the Maverick, I think, he hasn't opened CC wall yet, but I'm pretty sure that's what he's gonna be doing now. Never mind, Neuron does pick off, not the Maverick, sorry, the Sledge with the C4 from below. Does he manage to get the second one? No, Sir Googie with a sliver of HP managed to trade onto Neuron. That might be one of the more important kills, as now with the sliver of HP, Googie can literally, or not literally, I guess he'll just be like droning around the map, sitting on this really long angles. And you can see the Himalayan pellets go off. He does manage to open up that wall, and now suddenly the execute is starting to show up, I guess.
We're seeing this again where Maverick's just getting lines of sight and they're not really opening up that wall. That's very interesting to me. You know, if you open up that wall, you get 2 lines of rotation cut off. You know, yeah, those Maverick holes will do the same thing, but it won't be as big as Citron gets a pick onto the rotating potential. So what am I talking about? They get picks regardless of what's going on. 3v3 though, as that's a beautiful shot from the Wamai there. 45 seconds to go. Googie's gonna get in sight. Is he gonna plant on this default? My expectation is possibly.
I mean, if he starts planting, I'm pretty sure the defense will start firing. But if he did that, he gets C4, I think. He gets C4 through the wall, leave it all to Leon in a 1v3, and but a lot of the defenders on Blue Jays are lit, so this is very doable for him. He's gonna throw the first nade out. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna catch anyone though. Never mind, he does manage to catch someone. Zarok was killed, but will he be able to do anything else? No, as Blue Jays reach match point.
What a beautiful little end round shot there of the nade.
Yeah, I mean, qvG gonna bring out a nice tactical timeout now. I think this is the only time you probably should get it. You're losing 5-6. So maybe they're gonna bring out a certain strat or a certain bunch of strats, or maybe they're gonna decide, guys, let's just do a 5-man rush into dirt or something dumb like that. Or you never know with these kind of things, but yeah.
No, let's not do that. You know, match point, they're not even going bottom floor, so dirt would not be the best call.
Probably. You know what? You make a really good point. But you know, you can counter that one guy who comes up and punches the construction barricade, not construction, the dirt tunnel. You know?
Right.
So you know, there's some merit, but no, yeah, tactical timeout does come out, which we said we kind of expected this at this point. If Blue Jays get to match point qvG, at this point they're kind of forced to, because if they lose this, they're gonna lose the series. Which means they're not going to have any chance to call any more tactical timeouts again. I mean, to be honest, they looked fine that round, right? I mean, when they had the moral boost, not really sure what else could be done differently, right? It seemed fine.
I mean, they did, but like I said, I really think not opening up that box wall into CC isn't the best idea, because then you're funneling yourself into that small wall into cash, and that's not really the most advantageous, as you saw. I mean, you're basically just giving the defenders their sight, and they don't have to do anything. They can just sit there and wait for you, because they know they can only go through there, or they have to rotate all the way around and go up red stairs, and that's not
Attackers need to
I mean,
really
I think it's more of just a time-saving thing, where you know you're not gonna. The only reason you open up CC is just have line of sight. So why waste your time opening up and making like an entire like hole and wasting more utility with like because even when the Buck's not even on board at this point, you're gonna have to waste like a recharge, Nash charge, sledge, and a sledge getting close is not really. At that point, just like, you know what, let's just make Maverick holes. We're not gonna push this anyways. It's just for line of sight. Make a few different Maverick holes, it makes it more difficult for them, and you can probably get the same result done.
Possibly. I mean, I don't know. You know, it's the team's choice. We could talk about it all day, but in the end, it's what It's what they want to do, and that's what they did, and it didn't really work out for them as Blue Jays is on match point, and it's interesting to see that they finally brought the Mira. Hunter decided that it's time to bring out that Mira and try and be as annoying as possible, as they're just trying to win this 2-0 to move on in this championship series here. And they just might do that, as I think we're seeing the same sort of hold here. The extension into Cash and Red Stairs, and I believe that wall is mute jammed.
Kind of. I'm not sure if there's a rotation. I think there is rotation. That's a side of mute jammer. I think that's how you have to place new mute jammers to get good connection. But you gotta remember, oh, it's a Hibana pellets as well, so we actually can't.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
So those things are just
They got it
from below somehow. Oh, the Maverick Torch. Yeah. I forgot. But,
yeah. We were all stressed.
Stressed for a second, but no.
Yeah.
qvG making good work of this time, already pushing the garage with a minute gone. They're gonna be trying to get this control of Cash, I guess, here. And ooh, actually, I thought Goody would be able to see him, but no. He knows someone's playing close, but you gotta be careful because Zarok, he's playing here all alone now, the star player. And if there's any one person who can probably pop up on his own, it is really him. But if the team decides to, you know, need him or try to push him together, hold a crossfire, it'll become increasingly more of a problem, especially considering that Spills is holding that crossfire angle from construction onto that doorway. Makes it a bit harder, as well as one of the attackers. Actually, one of the attackers are pushing up red. I thought that was a defender. Never mind, as Boogie pushes into side and pulls off a kill onto Zarok, but Spills does manage to kill him, and you can see that the Spills just see another one just sledge push up close, but Citron just to look how the just to see how the perspective in this game is, manages to see him first and get the kill.
Yep, man advantage into qvG with a minute left, which is nice. Does look like they are going to be pushing from this construction side, but they are going to try and make as much noise as possible towards that gym and master window. Cabana gets the mirror windows off into this into the construction logistics area. We do have Critical playing right behind it. He decides to lay down and just hold his ground, as there are two members here of qvG, and off screen Goody gets one, and now it's a even bigger advantage going into the last 30 seconds of this round.
Oh, and Critical gets thrown as well.
Yeah, that's.
But he does manage to
rotate.
Oh no! Hunter's
you know the location of both?
Oh my god, Hunter could get, or Goody could get a nice free kill here. And I think that's what he's gonna do. He lights up, actually doesn't manage to hit any shots. As you can see, Hunter's gonna go jump out here. And does manage to get the kill, but F2 trades off. They know exactly where the last one of Hunter is. Are they gonna for the kill or go for the plant? They're gonna go for the plant. F2 is gonna be planting on the doorway. It's all going to Leon to cover this plant. Does he manage to plant? No. As F2 gets on the plant, does he manage to get the kill? No. Oh! Yes, he does! Oh my god, I thought that was almost a thrown around there, but qvG pull it back. F2, the man who clutched that 2v5, shows up here and managed to clutch out this 1v1 against Hunter. Oh my god, I was so scared for a second because I thought the mirror landed that first shot on my screen. But
yeah, 0.1 second like earlier, and that's probably a
she just shot
Blue Jay win.
Yeah, just a pre-fight to left.
Oh man,
props to Hunter as well. You know, he made a really good play jumping out and getting the second one as well on to that Maverick of Leon. It was just something that, oh my god, Hunter is. I never like seeing Hunter in clutches because I always feel like he can clutch everything out. Not like a bad thing, like I don't like seeing him, but like I feel bad for the other team because he is a player who can always clutch up in situations like. We can make fun of him, oh, he was going breadstick, but he's a really clutch player, and in those situations, I don't think I'd want anyone else on that team apart from maybe Zarok, because he's having a much better game. But yeah, and Hunter pulled it back, 8 and 10, you know, he's doing very well now.
Yeah, now we're in overtime. Blue Jays are going back to the site they just lost to win the match. They're not bringing the mirror this time around. I think that's smart from them. I'm not sure they're too comfortable with that strategy anyway, so...
Didn't really seem to much anyways.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how where they put those castle barricades. I do hear them going off. One is going on that master window there. It looks like the second one's going on the construction window.
And the third one you saw was on the gym door to the top. Yeah. I thought was gonna do a bit of team killing there, but no. And you can actually see that a stock wall from the bottom isn't completely opened up, and the only reason I can think of someone to do that, it just simply cause a bit of panic when you're joining the site and you see that kind of long angle being held. one, as if a defender here like Neon is playing below, you can just see long angles, not only to stalk, but you can look through stalk and see down red stairs. So it just was like, it makes a very, very wide angle basically, all the way from bar through it, and I guess that's about it. It makes a long angle and you can hold it from far away. I don't know why I was hyping that up, but yeah. Anyways, you can see here that qvG are going to be going for the same attack, similar attack. And again, they have all these people pushing in the garage, sledge on the construction wall, and as you're watching here, Neon in that bar area, looking through those stock holes that were made, and you can see that Zarok has decided to not make a rotate hole this time, just reinforcing it off, opting to only worry about one entrance and one entrance only. They're thrown in the site somewhere, not sure where it disappeared to. I'm not even sure if it was shot, but you can see here that he's playing on this table, expecting someone to push, but Neon does get that first kill with a nitro kill onto Leon on that Maverick, which is a bit sad because if he had made it all the way to the side, Zarok lands a hit for a headshot, I'm pretty sure, but doesn't actually land the second one, as he's on one sliver of health. If he peeks this out, I'm pretty sure he will die, and I think he knows that. So he's going to be playing this really passive, not trying to over-peek anything unless he knows he's guaranteed to get a kill. Nate starts getting cooked out, but F2, with the hole he made in that wall, does get the kill and brings it back into 3v4. But man advantage is to Blue Jays, and you can see that Spills is going to be playing in this kind of rat position corner here, and if he's not drawn out, he's going to guarantee get another few kills, I'm sure.
Hopefully they do drone it out. Last time we saw someone play in a little rat corner, it did not go well for qvG. A minute left, and the man advantage is on Blue Jays' side. Maestro can just rip that down, but instead he's gonna punch it down. So,
I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for that. Can't really think of one, but I'm sure there's a reason. As Spills has rotated away from his rat position. And I'm not sure exactly where he's gone. Is he dropped down? I don't see him on the map anywhere. Where's Spills? Where's Spills?
Spills is
gone. Dead. Wait, Spills is dead. Never mind. Just ignore me. I thought he was still alive or something. Okay,
no, he's not.
This is why I need to sleep. But you can say, oh my god, F2 peeks into Neron, who gets a little bit of an awkward kill there, but Master wins that gunfight as Citron tries to go for Hunter, who is in cover, but Hunter does swing with the shotgun and get the kill, as Critical swings on the hallway and gets the second one on Citron. And this round, a bit awkward, but is a win for Blue Jays.
Very good adaptation. I think the Maestro was punching it, so just in case they planted in the gym, they could just one hit it and
go
through.
Guessing that's what it was, yeah.
But now it's a side swap for OT match point for Blue Jays. To note, Blue Jays is gonna end up on the defense for the last round. So if it does go to maximum overtime, that's gonna be a stressful round.
Well, I do think they're gonna go back to basement, and I'll be honest, the Blue Jays really strong on basement. Like the only round they lost was a 2v5 clutch, which I think was just a piece of individual brilliance from F2 and Citron. So
yeah.
I do think that basement was the strongest side, so we're gonna see. I mean, that's assuming that
if we go there, yeah.
qvG even managed to win this round, and qvG are gonna go to basement themselves, which I think was their strongest side. They were holding it well. Gonna do the same setup that they did. They tried and tested mute Mozzie setup with the smoke playing instead of dirt, and then just good time wasting.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. The last couple rounds they brought this operator lineup, they've won outright this bottom floor. So, I mean, I honestly wish they brought this mute Mozzie combo for more of the sites on this clubhouse. I think they could have really hurt Blue Jays in their intel gathering. But regardless of the fact, they at least bring it for one site, which is the bottom floor, and the bottom floor takes the most time to execute and gather intel for, so it is smart for them just to bring the operators for this site.
Yeah. And also, if you want to remember, Blue Jays last time did a top-down clear. They went all the way to the top from Jacuzzi and CC and pushed in both, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they're going to try to do again, which I won't be surprising. And yeah, you can see all the attackers have gathered on this roof. They're gonna maybe go into Logi, which is what the Eon is doing. Maybe we said 6. They're gonna drone out these corners, make sure there's no one playing here. I'm pretty sure there is actually one playing against it. Yeah, Googie. He's gonna just smartly back off. Gonna shoot a few drones, which is a bit smart play, and then he's gonna just back off here. Not really gonna be trying to engage in any fights or anything like that. Or maybe he is because he's pre-firing that bathroom door. But yeah, it doesn't seem like any attackers are even there to take his gun fight. He's gonna be playing a C. He's actually gonna be playing for the C4. He's gonna maybe try to C4 below the staircase and play off a sound call or something close to that. I've definitely seen variations of the strat where like a Melusi plays a Banshee on the top of the stairs and just put a C4 under the stairs, and then you hear the sound cue, you can just pop it. It's a tried and trusted strat of mine. It works quite a lot, but you can say Goody. It's not working for him as he got downed.
Interesting. I'm not sure how he got down, but he is down. I think he was a roamer, perhaps. Hunter gets the kill there with a nice little headshot, and you know, Blue Jays, like we've seen both maps, they take control quite quickly. You know, minute 30 is really good just to have top floor control, get these hatches open, and they have the man advantage going forward too, so the execute will be a bit easier for them. However, they do have the smoke and play still, so we will see how that affects their execution, as we're just seeing some vertical angles being blown. Hatch just got intel gathering will be coming soon, as I heard the Yana Gemini drone go down, and there it goes, getting shot by F2. I think it's more of a discussion of how they're gonna execute here.
Side, yeah. Well, but my one thing is that if they're going for a this kind of memorial take, I'm surprised they haven't sent anyone down those blue stairs. And as I say, that actually Caster's Curse, as I think that Asher's Dark is actually pushing down those blue stairs to provide a bit of crossfire and help. And if he's not spotted out, he's going to be able on the field there, as everyone's attention is focused on the memorial area. And you can see actually the Asher's Dark is crouching down those stairs. Oh my god, is he going to be able to get a kill? Does anyone even know he's there? I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll see in a second if he gets a kill or just get traded off. The smoke canister is actually gone. F2.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Ooh, he's just playing in a spot. He's gonna be. Oh, he's just so exposed. His nade's everywhere. He's just being kind of bullied. But ooh, a nice flick shot onto critical. Let's get the first one. He's gonna be trying to get aggressive here and peek out. But you know, Zarok, like I said, on the blue stairs, I was calling this earlier, and he does actually get two before getting traded now. And now it's all under the hands of Googie, who was. Oh,
oh my!
As Hunter picks it off, and Googie takes off the. Googie couldn't do it enough. Hunter finishes the game positive, 10 and 10. From 0 to hero, and GG's to qvG. I mean, a well-fought game, especially just a bit unfortunate that they didn't really show up on Chalet, especially. But this was definitely a nail-biter of a game. Could have gone anyway, and definitely MVP was Zarok there, making that incredible play on that blue stair, which I called out earlier. And yeah, that's exactly what he walked on and got 2 free kills. It was insane.
Oh, I mean, that was definitely what we were expecting out of both matches there. That clubhouse 8-6, definitely more of a draw, heart pumping, heart racing game for the most part. Oh, gee, I'm excited to see what Blue Jays has. qvG, good season to you. I hope all goes well, and we'll see you next season.
As long as you don't disband. You know,
yeah, as long as
you never know. You know,
I hope not. But yeah, regardless, we're having an interview come in here soon.
Hello, Colin.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
I'm fine. You?
Good. I was told by production you're the coach, correct?
Yes, I'm the coach.
Awesome.
I mean, first things first, right? How do you feel? You know, coming off a win like that, it must be exhilarating. You know, it was a bit of a nail biter in the second map. So yeah, just how are you feeling right now? You know, what's looking like?
I'm really tired.
man, I feel you, man.
It was an insane week. It was an insane game. That we played Chalet was not planned. We scrimmed that map 2 months ago, the last time.
Well, it worked out for you.
It works very well.
Wasn't expecting that. I was gonna ask you about whether, because I'm pretty sure what I've heard is that qvG actually upload their VODs to YouTube. So I was gonna ask you, have you been watching the VOD and studying them? But it turns out you haven't practiced Chalet at all. So I'll get questions out the door. But yeah, I mean, okay, let's start with Chalet. You know, we'll go step by step. So Chalet, 7-1 defeat. You said you haven't practiced this map, but still, you were definitely the better team. And what I would really notice was that you were a more methodical team overall. So, like, I wanted to just ask, like, who is this person that shot? Is it just the IGL of Zarok who is calling all the shots, or is it like the entire team together making the calls and trying to decide stuff together?
Our IGL is Neron. Our hard support player, and he is the brain in game. In the defense is Zarok. Yeah, but we was going to into Chalet. Yeah, let's play this shit and let's go.
And then played the shit you did. 7-1. Impressive. Impressive.
we
Very
played Charlotte on warm up as well, and we got absolutely slaughtered on that map. So it was really enjoying to watch.
Yeah, well, I'm sure now teams are going to be starting to get a bit more wary of you on that map, as you look like to be a very strong team, even though you don't practice it. Sometimes it just comes naturally. Some maps, and yeah, I mean, Souls. You have any questions about Chalet?
Yeah. Just in terms like that chalet was amazing, by the way. It just seemed like it was like a a pocket strat almost. Like I honestly wasn't even really expecting something like that. I mean, qvG obviously is a formidable opponent for you guys, but good stuff on you. But first round, right? And what was your reaction when qvG comes out swinging and tries to push the site quickly? Like, how were you prepared for their aggression?
We know exactly what they're doing because our analysts did great work for qvG. So it was no surprise that they play really aggressive and really fast and tried to get us in every fucking gunfight. So we said, okay, we take it and swing back and shoot back and win.
Yeah, if I would say anything, the flank drones, catching them off guard every time they
Yeah.
try to do some late fight, beautiful.
Yes, this
Shutting them down
absolutely
every
stunning.
single time. All right.
Yes.
Okay, before I get sidetracked again, I had to ask about the bans in both maps. Very interesting bans. The Ash and the Clash, I think. A bit of rhyming. And then on the second map as well, the Buck ban, which is a more interesting one. So can you just run me through the thought process? Like, what was the reasoning? Is it like a kind of target ban? Is there something?
Like I said, on Chalet, we did know that they really play aggressive, and so we thought that an Ash might be the best choice to ban because of the verticals, because of the speed of the operator, because of the weapons. She's till now still one of the best attacker for all this brainless Ash veins.
Yeah.
And truly, we was a little bit scared of Ash, so we banned them. Clash, the same thing. We know that I guess qvG is a good Clash main, and sometimes we have problems, sometimes we don't. So we said we don't force them and take the easy way.
True. And
Clubhouse, the Buck ban is pretty default, I guess. He's one of the strongest attacker on Clubhouse, in my opinion, or in our opinion, and so is no question that we ban them.
yeah, I mean, I haven't really been watched much of the new Clubhouse rework, so I have no clue about that. But I'll keep that in mind. Also, something else from the Clubhouse notice was you picked a Monty in the first round when I think qvG had gone to a gym bedroom, and it didn't seem that you had got much value out of him, and you decided not to pick him again. So what was like the reason for that? You just decided that he's not going to be worth it, or maybe decided that you wanted to try something different?
He a little miscalculated the spot.
Yeah.
And thought that they are going to CCTV, and then Critical is an insane multiplayer, but we don't have the team play at this point that we said, come bring Monty back in game, so we take another weapon in the game, and yeah, it was the best choice, I guess.
Yeah. Especially as well, one thing I just noticed was the mirror. The mirror playing in the gym bedroom didn't really seem to like have much effect on the play overall, so much so that you actually played her and then decided to swap her out again. So like what was the reason? Like, is Mira just not really the kind of strong operator on that one side, or maybe it's because they were just countering that one operator very well? Like what was like the reasoning behind just swapping out the Mira at the end?
We played every bedroom round another strat.
Yeah.
So we all every time had an idea behind the operator selection, and Mirror was at this point not the operator that we wanted. So we didn't get so much value about it, and yes, that's the reason why we don't pick Mirror so often on the spot. And Hunter didn't came good in the game, so he was a little bit disappointed with a little bad weapon. Yeah.
I mean, he finished off strong, 11 and 10. So
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so he did have a bit of a comeback from that thing. 0 kills in the first 5 rounds, I'm pretty sure, something like that. So he did definitely impact the game later. But yeah. Also, another thing I wanted to point out was from the different thing from between Chalet and Clubhouse. You switched Zarok from the Buck role, which was banned, but you kind of switched the entire team around, right? Not Googie, sorry. Your original Iana player of I think it was Hunter. You switched off to Spills, and then you put Zarok on the Ash role. So is it like what was the reasoning why you decided to like switch all these operators around and do? Is it just to like accommodate Zarok as an Ash, or is it just for something else, like a different kind of strat?
Our player have the point that they can play everything. Everybody can play really every role, and so we have clear roles on every map. Hunter was in the last weeks very strong on the Twitch, so that Zarok every time picked the Ash. I mean, he had do great work with 15 kills, I guess. We rotate the operator, but or the roles because everybody had some talent in this point in fragging. Spliss, our Spliss is our Ayana main. So yeah.
I mean, that's a fair enough answer, just swapping it out. I mean, I think that's about all the questions that I think I had. So any questions you had?
Yeah, so and on the Clubhouse, since we're on that, let's talk about how you guys were down 4-2. Clubhouse is obviously a defender-sided map, and you guys decide to take the tactical timeout before side swapping. What was said? Like, was it just more of a, all right, guys, we know what we need to do. We can definitely take this map, or like, what was the thought process behind taking the timeout then?
The timeout was the point where I said as coach, here is a mental break needed. So everybody said that was shit. Let's do it better in the defense. And
okay,
yeah. I mean, also, I just wanted to commend you on your mental fortitude, I guess, and keeping your cool, especially after the 2v5 clutch. I'm pretty sure that happened in one of those rounds. So yeah, I just wanted to commend you that you kept your cool, kept playing well, and ended up winning the game after that. Especially, I think it was a 4-5, and the Twitch and the Hibana had dropped into Kitchen Hatch, and just managed to get a lot of the kills there.
Yeah, we were really surprised that we're struggling so hard on Clubhouse. That's what was funny.
Well,
if it did go, one more? I got one more. If it did go to, were you nervous if it went to a third game coastline because qvG is aggressive, and I think that would coastline does play heavily into aggressive teams. So were you looking to try and get the first 2 maps as quickly as possible?
Yeah, nah. We don't really care how many maps we play. The only thoughts that we have, we won't show so much. Especially Coastline, we didn't play live the whole season. qvG is really a strong team for the point of fragging. Sorry, I'm really tired.
Yeah,
no, I understand. I have also been away for a very long time.
They're very strong in fragging, but we are true, and it was written in the chat in map 1 that some people think that even if coastline is that we are truly shoot them easily.
All right. Well,
I
last two
appreciate it.
questions. We don't want to
Yeah,
take too much
sure.
time. You sound very tired.
Ah,
So, okay.
yeah,
First things
okay.
first. Your next opponents will be Karlstad Kings, who have placed second in major and look like a serious threat. So, can you just run us through like maybe what like do you have planned for them? Have you studied them thoroughly? Is your analyst have specific strats for them? Do you know what kind of maps you want to play? Just like run me through it and what do you expect to come when you play them?
The only thing I can say about the question is we think that we will win. So no words needed.
No words needed. All right,
No
and
words needed.
finally, the most important question: what do you have to say to your supporters, fans in the chat? You know, you won the poll actually 60% to 40%. A lot of people are believing you to be the dark horses of this tournament to end up beating Noetic and maybe becoming the champion. You know, cross my fingers. But yeah, what do you have to say to your fans and supporters?
Really big thank you to all you guys who in the chat supporting us. Really big thank you to all the memes that was written in the chat about us. It was very enjoyable to read. Thank you to all of my players. Thank you to all of my staff. Thank you to all of our orgs, the main team, the different teams in different games who are supporting us today. It was unbelievable and really great, really great.
All right, well, thank you for giving us some of your time so we can interview and get more of an insight on what's happening behind the scenes. And I think this should be a good night. I'm sure you can go back and take a nap now because
time for sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good night, man. I hope you enjoy your victory for tonight.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. And yeah, I think that's just about it. I think we are just about to wrap things up. You know, Soul. I mean, I've talked quite a lot here.
No, most definitely. That was we got all the information we needed. You know, they have some sleeping to do and some studying up to do because they're going up against Karlstad Kings, as he mentioned, the second place team. They have some formidable matchups coming up. If they do beat Karlstad, they might be playing Nomadic. We don't know. Tomorrow, set your alarm clocks as I speak now because Noetic is playing tomorrow, everyone. They are playing tomorrow. Be ready. They're going to be playing Ruhr Sports. Same time, same place, different maps, different op bands, different casters.
Not necessarily.
Make sure to be there.
Yeah, be there tomorrow, you know?
Please support it. Yeah, you gotta stay hydrated. Production wants me to remind
you.
you.
That's my thing. You see, this is a water bottle. There is water.
But that's all from me. I'd like to say thank you to our sponsor, Howling Media, for sponsoring this season of Talent League. Amazing stuff from them. You can go check them out through their social media pages. Just search Howling Media, and there will be more details there. You can send us off if you'd like.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what I'm about to do. Like Colin, I'm going to go take a solid nap after this. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this amazing game. I think it was a nail biter in the second one, a kind of unexpected storm in the first one, a very entertaining stream. And if you want to keep watching more entertaining games, be sure to tune in, like my friend Soul said, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the day after that. Just keep watching everything on Talent League. Not the same time tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, yeah. Good night. You know, come back tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Good night.
You know how I feel.
Just best on this mirror when they're trying to stay them off.
You know how I feel.
He's gonna take down Poison. He's gonna make it a 4v4 for sneak.
You know how I feel.
That maybe not even Valkyrie herself, and she is aware.
It's a new life.
He's not aware that Envy's here, and Envy will pick him up.
And I'm feeling.
Also on 1 HP, I didn't notice that one.
And I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the fire.